your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in or you can tap out. But you know my slogan, you know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time, energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, listen, man, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K. All right. Even bigger salute to all the newcomers, all the new subscribers, all the new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. All right. Now, do me a favor, man. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. You feel me? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. Is what it is, and it'll be exactly what it's going to be. You know how I'm giving it up, and you absolutely know how I'm putting it down, my G's. Big salute. All right? Now, listen, man. You got to know. I got a lot of people in the DM. Yo, Big G and BTV, I saw the situation on Hood Love TV last night. Yo, what's your perspective on that? Yo, Big G and BTV, what's your thought process on everything that's going on? I seen what happened with the Hood Love situation with Zippy and Mikey B and all of that. What's your thought process, right? So I said it's only right that I double back, give some context to the situation, and speak directly to it. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to everybody that's locked in. You know, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, you know, y'all want blood. One thing for sure, two things for certain. You got to know something about these YouTube streets. It's like a pool of piranhas. If they smell blood, right, they attack. So what you will learn about these YouTube streets is that people want war, they want beef, they want conflict, they want back and forth. They thrive off of that. It's a lot of negative people in the world. It's a lot of people that's miserable, respectfully. You feel what I'm saying? In the second or the moment they think that they got some conflict or they got a back and forth or they got a beef, they'll bait the algorithm, right? So there's a lot of people in the DM that seem to want some type of back and forth. And what I'm gonna tell you before we get into this is, this ain't that. This is definitely not a back and forth. This is not a beef. Big salute to Hood Love TV. Big salute to Zippy, the homie Smitty. I rock with all of that. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna speak to this situation. All right. Now, one of the things is when it comes to the downloads that downloaded, you gotta know something, right? I get the notification, you know what I mean? I see the homies is live. I tap into the chat. I see what's moving around, see what's shaking, right? And it's an equal, disperse of people. Some people are saying, yo, X, Y, and Z. Some people are saying the opposite. But I didn't like how Mikey B timed me out. Mikey B, I rock with Mikey, so there's not gonna be no disrespect. We gonna have a good time tonight. You already know I get in my comedy bag. We gonna have some fun with this. But I didn't like how Mikey B timed me out the chat. You see what I'm saying? And I noticed, and I'm gonna speak to this. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed a pattern with Mikey B. I noticed the pattern with the homie. You feel what I'm saying? Like we gonna have a conversation. All right. So big salute, man. Y'all come in here, just kick back, kick your feet up, roll up, do what you like to do, right? And we gonna tap in. You know what I'm saying? I'm back in the big house. You already know, man. I just stepped out. I'm back here. All right. So big salute. I'm gonna check that DM. I'm gonna check the email for sure, my G. I appreciate you. We always got to do some customizations to the chat. Before we get any further, we're going to do some customizations to the chat. All right. Now, you already know the higher ups and the elites are always paying attention. They're always, shadow banning the channel. They're trying to muffle the message. The higher ups and elites are always working overtime. You know what I mean? They understand that I'm a threat to the establishment. They also understand that the revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. All right. Now, big salute to the chat, man. Do what you're supposed to do when you come in here. We gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to do is I just want to get some context to what happens in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? From the outside looking in, y'all see conflict, y'all see content creators going back and forth, but it's a lot of backbiting. It's a lot of dudes contradicting themselves. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of, it's nasty work. It's nasty work. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, what I realized is because I speak this grown man business, right? Because I'm gonna hold you accountable for the things you saying. You know what I'm saying? When you contradict yourself, we gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is and it'll be what it's gonna be. But that's why I seem to bump heads with certain YouTubers. Other YouTubers, we rub shoulders in these YouTube streets. We juggernauts, my G. We do exactly what we supposed to do. But it's other dudes that want me to fall for the lies, for the fabrication. You know what I'm saying? The same BS that you running on these dudes, you can't run it on me. And we gonna talk about that. Salute, like I said, salute to the homie Mikey. This ain't gonna be no disrespect. But I notice a pattern with Mikey B. And we gonna talk about that, man. Don't. You know, when I'm speaking my piece, don't time me out. You know what I mean? You time me out for you time me out, and I'm gonna speak to that. We gonna talk, man. Big salute to the chat. Late night type in. Do what you supposed to do. We gonna have some fun tonight. Hey, homie, I see you in the chat, but I'm gonna make you do something. Yeah, you see that right there, right? Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers doing what your Twitter fingers like to do all in the chat, using your Twitter fingers to do the Twittering with your Twitter fingers and all of that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear right here. Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. All right, big salute to the chat. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help you out too. Yeah, I'm gonna help you out because I ain't sure what you got going on in the chat, and I don't want to do a whole bunch of back and forth with you. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now, let me give y'all some context, right? I told y'all, you know, we had a little back and forth last night on Mikey B channel. It was all in fun. You know, we turned up before the new year came. You know what I'm saying? You know, we just, you know, it was like reminiscing. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, this is what we do sometime in these YouTube streets. But what I wanna do right here on January 1st is I just want to give some context. I want to dissect the situation. I want you to really be able to understand the disagreement, the not seeing eye to eye. You feel what I'm saying? Because it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deep in the rap. And again, I'm the one that's gonna speak on this. They don't really like when I talk to this. They don't like when I speak to this. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. It's no way around it. It's no way around it, God. You know what I mean? So let's do what we do. You already know I got a couple of receipts. I kept the receipts. I ain't going nowhere without the receipts. All right. So I want to start right here. You know what I mean? Because we gonna break this down and we gonna have some fun tonight. Salute to Mikey B. Salute to Smitty. I rock with Smitty 100%. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into this receipt, I want to say this, right? Smitty is stern. Smitty is solid. I don't really see Smitty bending, breaking, and folding, regardless on who's on the platform. If it's something about Zip, when it come to Mikey get the folding and he get the. I just feel like Mikey get them trying to make Zip happy. He get the he want to keep Zip on as long as possible. It's almost like he's fanned out. It kind of feels like that. Feel like, you know, more than anything, when Zip he's a fan. You know what I'm saying? And when you become a fan, you become biased. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, Smitty refrained from that. Smitty a grown-ass man. It is what it is. So even when Zip get to talking, Smitty oppress Zip a little bit. Like, yo, but don't you think this? Don't you think that's hurting you? You know what I'm saying? Doing all this, what you doing in these YouTube streets, how you overreact, how you take everything personal, how you feel you got to do X, Y, and Z. Smitty asked those questions and pressed the issue. And I got to salute Smitty. A lot going on TV. Make sure y'all tap into that. Make sure y'all tap into a lot going on TV and Hood Love TV. Salute to Mikey B. You know what I mean? But I want to play this receipt, and I just want y'all to listen to a little bit of the conversation. Now, I come up in the conversation. That's why I'm going to speak on this. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But homie always talking about how people speak on him. I had nothing to do with the conversation, but he brought me into the conversation. And not only did he bring me into the conversation, but he always tries to like sidebar it. We gonna speak to that as well. He always tries to like underline disrespect. He's never really direct. And I never respected that about the Zippy dude. I mean, say names, homie. Just keep it 100. Whatever you talking about, be direct. You feel me? Zip said the other night, he said, yo, G&B, didn't you speak to me first? Didn't you go at me first? I spoke to you directly first. You was already shooting shots at me, but you was doing it under your breath. You was throwing rocks and you was hiding your hand. That's why it looked like I approached you and I was the aggressor and I started talking about you and making videos first. No, you was low-key shooting shots. I was the only one on YouTube telling dudes to go get a job, telling dudes to go get their CDL license, telling dudes to go get some credentials, telling dudes that if you don't know what you want to do, if you ain't really focused in, go get your credentials. Before you go back to the streets, before you do something illegal, nigga, go get a plumbing license. Go get your electrician certificate. Go get your CDL license. Go get some credentials that's going to take you to the next level. And you was getting on your platform saying, I ain't with that. I don't respect nobody with a job. I ain't doing this and I ain't that, blah, blah, blah. These niggas is driving trucks, blah, blah, blah. You was doing that. See, you was talking to me, but you was indirectly talking to me. You was indirectly. You was throwing rocks and hiding your hand. You was under your breath. You wasn't saying grown man business TV, but you was speaking to what I was speaking to. So being a grown man, I'm not talking under my breath. I came directly at you. Zip with the drip. Zippy with the drippy. What it is, what it do. That's the difference. So again, we gonna get into this. But these dudes, man, you gotta know something, man. This ain't got nothing to do with New York City. But I don't want it to look like that. Cause these type of dudes is everywhere. It's these type of dudes everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? And if you ain't got a backbone, if you ain't grown man business, if you ain't gonna stand up for what it is, these dudes will bully you into something. They'll railroad you into something. And we gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that. We gonna get into this receipt, but you need to know something. Zip with the drip, in his neighborhood, he was a bully. He used to bully them little niggas in his neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? He used to do stuff to them so they were scared of him out there in Queens, New York. Mikey B was the same way. And this is respectfully to Mikey B. But before Mikey B went to prison and changed his life and became a Muslim, assalamu alaikum, and all of that, Mikey was a bully. Mikey was a dude on the street. We gonna talk more to that. And this is no disrespect to Mikey B, but it's a serious situation, bro. It's a serious situation. And again, that's one of the main reasons why me and these dudes, every now and then we bump heads. Because I never been the one to fall or succumb to no bully shit. Never. I told y'all, we used to look forward to you New York niggas to come down south in the summertime with that bully mentality. And then we used to put a boot in your ass. Either you get down with the get down or you be begging your mama to come back and get you. And it ain't even September yet. So the same bully mentality that Zip with the Drip got and Mikey B used to have, how they used to move, they try to apply it to these YouTube streets. They try to push it on you content creators. They try to bully you niggas. And I'm just the dude that be like, nah, that's not gonna work. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Respectfully, I want to speak to this. You know, salute everybody doing their thing. Everybody doing their thing, and everybody want blood. This not a situation where we go into war. We just gonna talk this thing out. Yeah. Mikey B, Mikey, come on, man. Stop being fanned out. I'm in the chat. I'm engaging. This nigga time me out. He don't even say nothing either. Like, yo, I timed G&B TV out. He in the chat. He doing his thing. The nigga timed me out and got quiet about it. Let the nigga Zip talk all sideways and all that. Because you a fan, homie. And I'm gonna speak to that. Yes, we gonna have a good time tonight. Big salute to the chat. You know, everybody come in here, hit the like button, man, and just kick your feet up. We gonna talk, yo, because you nasty work. We gonna speak to you, Mikey B, and you know I got a lot of love for you. We ain't gonna we gonna have some fun with this. But let's just get into, yeah, Mikey fanned out, man. Mikey only get that like that when Zippy get around. He was mad last night when Zippy hung up the phone, and I'm gonna let Zippy say, yo, I wired dude up and I got out of there. Yeah, you got out of there. I'm the only dude on YouTube with Zip say what he needed to say, and he hung up the phone real fast. And Mikey B was upset like that. Mikey was like, yo, my brother wanted to talk to you, son. Yo, my uncle was trying to hug. Nigga, ask for an autograph next time, nigga. Tell Zip to sign, fill out an autograph for you. You know what I mean? Go get you some loud nose and tell Zip to put his autograph on it. Respectfully, man. Yeah, that nigga fanned out, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you block me out the chat, so I can't say what I'm saying. Cause what I'm saying is the truth. What I'm saying is real, my G. Come on, B. Like we gonna let some of this play. Big salute to the chat. Let's let some of this play, and we gonna double back. Holla in. Right.
That's true. Look, I get you on that. You know what I'm saying? Because it has happened over the years where dudes get hot. You understand what I'm saying? And you got dudes around the sector. You know what I'm saying? That shit happens. Yeah, I've seen that plenty of times. So I could agree with you.
So when Dame Dash posted what I said about him when I was like, yo, if Dame Dash is broke, I wouldn't mind being Dame Dash broke, right? When I did that, Sean Campbell said, y'all can't be giving niggas like this a voice. Look at me. I got a house. I take care of my clothes. Blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? That was trying to help me in the algorithm. How was that trying to help me in the algorithm?
Right.
How was that trying to help? I go on Math opposite the behind the bar nigga. He bringing up all of the old smoke nigga had with Math and all of that. How was that trying to help me in the algorithm?
Right.
I'm gonna stop right there. I don't rock with behind the bar. And I ain't never met Hassan Campbell. I see you in the chat, you know what I'm saying? But the reason behind the bar was bringing that up is because when it's everybody else, you want to stand on this hooligan business. Like, you so solid. Like, yo, if a nigga said this, or if y'all had beef, or if y'all had that, right? You will never do business with him, right? You know, oh, he used to strike channels. You ain't gonna do business with him. He said something crazy. You ain't gonna do business with him. But as soon as Matt Hoffa told you to come sit on that barber chair, you did that. So why is it a problem if Smitty salutes Harlem Legend and China Brim? Why is it a problem if niggas rock with China Brim regardless of what he did back in the day? You do it. Didn't you rock with Blue Boy after he put a knife on your goddamn cell? Didn't you rock with Blue Boy after Blue Boy approached you and pressed you? Didn't you rock with Math Hoffa after Math Hoffa was striking niggas' channels and doing all of that? So why is it cool when you do it, but it's a problem when everybody else do it? Because you want to control what people, you want to control what you think is real and what you think is not. And the problem is you ain't real, bro. And none of these New Yorkers want to tell you that. Mikey B don't want to tell you that. Mikey B want an autograph. That's the problem. Go ahead and go ahead. Look.
These niggas don't be trying to help niggas, bro.
Nah, some of that shit be some of that shit. Once dudes is they be trying to fade you. Once dudes is they be trying to fade you. What I seen with the bigger podcasts, especially in the same algorithm, these dudes, when we came out here, these dudes knew all the algorithm and all that stuff before. They know all that. So What they do is, dudes shoot at you. I'm gonna tell you who the greatest dudes are doing it right now. Charleston White is great at doing it. Any big story in America, he gonna say the worst things about that person, the biggest story, and he gonna put himself in that algorithm. Charleston White does it all the time. But what they doing is now they putting themselves and make themselves a part of a story. You got to remember, I'm a writer, so you want to move the needle. The whole thing is to get a reaction. If we party, just say we all up here partying, right? And no reactions. Why you think Instagram, the analytics, it says reacted to your reactions? Because if nobody's reacting, then you ain't got no rhythm. Anybody can hit a like button to keep it moving. That ain't shit. Likes is really not the comments.
Yeah, comments and shares is what get you in the algorithm. Comments and shares.
Yeah, comments and shares.
So you took your time to do that.
Yeah, comments. If you take your time to type, especially if you type if you type in long stuff.
Yeah, they wanted 5 words. They say 5 words or better emojis. They don't really care for, but 5 words or more. They running your shit through the algorithm more. They saying people was engaging with that.
Right. They engaging they reacting to the content. So these dudes say the worst stuff about everybody and do that to everybody, and then they in your algorithm. Now you beefing with them. You off content. Now you off content. Right. Beefing with them. And let me tell you something. You said something on here last night, right? You said Mikey B, and if 10 Toes said something about you, I'm gonna ask you this, Mikey B. You would say something back, right? I said, no, you said you would say something back, right? I said, right. You know, I was this is New Year's, I was kind of twisted. I'm not answering something back, bro.
Oh, no, I'm saying I don't be answering that nigga no more.
Not no more.
Saying, like, it's niggas been on the internet saying shit too. He say certain things you gonna say. Certain things he said you gonna say something. I don't care. That's how it goes.
But not certain things, but let me tell you something.
Let me stop right there. And again, respectfully, we just having a conversation. That's another thing that always the downloads is downloading. You dudes ain't street dudes no more. Y'all YouTubers, y'all content creators. You are now a tax-paying citizen on American soil, if you like it or not. And I think like that's where y'all it's a miscommunication. It's like an oxymoron. It's like you niggas want to be these hardcore niggas, but then y'all get up on this YouTube and y'all get to talking about likes and subscriptions and titles and how to get more views and what get you in the algorithm. You are a YouTuber. You are no longer a hooligan. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you. You couldn't have been. You was never a hooligan, cause you talk, bro. If you had this same energy for Blue Boy, then you would have had a different story. The energy you gotten on this YouTube when you get to screaming and hollering and all of that, get your blood pressure up. Why was you so calm when Blue Boy put that knife on your cell? And see, again, we just having a conversation, but you guys is talking about how to get your likes up, how to get your views up. Big salute to that. I got a lot of respect for that. You know, I heard Zip say something about XRP or ARP. I know all about it's cryptocurrency. Me and my old lady talk about that all the time. Got a whole gang of it. So I ain't totally disrespecting. What I'm saying is, nigga, you are not in jail no more. So all that, like, you are not in the streets. It's nasty work. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get deeper into that because I got somebody, salute to everybody in the DMs. They sent me a clip of a Zip earlier talking about, you know, it's 15 a gram and all of that. He could go see Poppy and get 150 grams, I guess, of coke or dope or whatever. And it's like, nigga, stop it. You want to still be that. You wish you could dibble and dabble in that, but really you are a YouTuber. You are not a hooligan. You are not a street nigga. You are a nigga that does content. You are the same as DJ Academics. Okay? And again, the problem these dudes got with me is that I say this. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't step on the content. I'm not going pussyfoot with the information. I'm not going to hold your hand and walk you across the street. I'm going to push your ass out there in traffic. I'm going to push you out there in traffic, my G. And either you going to survive or you not. Mikey B, you are a husband. You are a tax-paying citizen. You are not bad Mikey. You are none of those things you portray to be. You are a tax-paying citizen on American soil. Zippy with the drippy. You are not a hooligan. You are not that. At least when the Mexicans come around and them Puerto Ricans and, you know, Blue Boy, dudes like that, when they come around, you get real executive. You start making executive decisions and all of that. But on YouTube, you get loud and you talk real. Oh, nigga, I'm getting money and you a lame and you a sucker and you a buster. Well, why you ain't tell Blue Boy that when he put that knife on your cell? Why you ain't tell Blue Boy he was a buster? He was a lame. See? That's where me and these dudes don't see eye to eye. That's why you think I'm hating, but I'm not hating. I'm just looking at what reality is. This is the reality. You are now a YouTuber. Respectfully. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We all doing what we want to do in the algorithm. Nigga, you make content every day. I go weeks without going live. When I'm on the road, I barely do any content. You niggas do content every day, pre-recorded videos and live streams. Stop with the tough talk. Okay, go ahead and talk to the people, my G. Look, talk to the people. Look.
The person like him though, because I don't know if other dudes know him, but I don't know him. So he's really not. And I ain't never heard of him. See, you know how we was on that time. I ain't never heard of you. I never heard of him. So even if I don't know you and I heard of you, you might be like that. You might be something. You might be, you might be somebody official that I can come up here and waste my time with. I can come up here and get lit with or whatever. But you not even that. With that shit he been doing up here, bro, I don't want to deal with no dudes like that, bro. I don't want to do like that, like stalking my page. I don't want to deal with that shit, bro. Doing stuff, trying to get your page, bucking your page, doing all flagging, doing all that. Come on, bro. I'm not
Sorry, that's my word. That's my word. They be doing that. You know how I know they be doing that? Yo, son, that's my word. I got lives. I got live. Anytime they age restrict my live, that mean niggas reported my shit. So go look at how many lives is age restricted on my shit. I just take them down once they do it. So it's a lot of them that came down. But when they age restrict them videos, that mean these niggas been reporting. You heard?
Oh, yeah. You don't want to see, but you don't want to be on live going back and forth with dudes like that you know is gonna fuck up your paper, bro. You understand? That's why you don't respond to them dudes.
Yo, Smitty, niggas like Bullets Gotti and them kind of niggas, they sit in their crib and they try to and they deliberately try to sabotage what niggas got going on, bro. Who else is reporting a nigga page, mass flagging a nigga page for no reason? Like, nigga, you understand what I'm saying? That's these niggas, bro. That's these niggas.
Yeah, bro, but I wouldn't do it. I was doing it before, but even with that, I did it already. We had these discussions, and it's like what I see is from the time 4 years when dudes first got on this internet, it's like regurgitating beefs and recurring. I'm not trying to be 4 years arguing with dudes. I'm out here getting some money. I'm doing good. These dudes just doing bad. I'm alright, bro. You're alright.
These niggas is doing exceptionally bad.
And they want people and they want people down with them. They want you pulling you down with them. It's bad.
Niggas ain't got nothing going on. Niggas don't got no more.
Come.
Niggas ain't got nothing going on.
But look, let me tell you something. We've seen a lot. I'm gonna tell you. We've seen since we've been on YouTube for the years that we've been on it right now. We've seen dudes go up, and we see dudes go down.
Right.
We see dudes that's going up right now, still going up, and we see dudes going down.
See a lot of dudes coming down.
And them type of dudes that we talking about, if you notice, them dudes that started doing that kind of stuff, if they didn't switch it, if you did it at one time and it got you lit, because, all right, what got you there might not get you lit. Then you switch up with them. Like China, he just stopped. Now he's on content, he got uploads, pre-records, no lives, no... You see what I'm saying? On some real shit. But now he switched. He switched now.
I did the same shit. And then here come a song Campbell. Soon as a nigga go on Math Alpha, he get to talking shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, niggas think, this is my shit, right? Niggas cheer against Zip at every level. If niggas think I'm cheering for these niggas is crazy. Niggas can eat a pork fried wee, homie. I'm not...
All right, so again, this is not no beef stuff, right? We just talking about this, man. Nobody said that you were supposed to cheer on what they got going on. If y'all, because the thing with Zip and China and them is personal. You know what I mean? And I understand that. One thing I know for sure, two things for certain, it ain't never got personal between me and Zip because we don't know each other. So it's strictly business. It's strictly YouTube shit. But between China and Hassan Campbell, them dudes done said some things between them and Zip that me personally ain't no turning back from. Once you talk about my kids, You talk about my dad. You talk about my brother, whatever. Once you talk about the, people that I know that deceased or my family members or whatever, right? Ain't no fixing that. So I understand Zip not congratulating these dudes. But if you not gonna, but if you ain't gonna congratulate them, then you don't say nothing. If you're not gonna congratulate them because you don't fuck with them, but then you turn around and do a whole live stream and you going on a whole PR campaign around YouTube, speaking down on them, you hating. And see, again, Mikey a fan, he don't really want to say that. You know what I'm saying? He don't really want to say that because that's going to make Zip mad and Zip might get off the line. You know what I'm saying? He might hang up the phone and all of that. But the truth of the matter is, me and you don't rock with each other. I see you get a promotion on the job. You making more money now. You done became the manager, the CEO, wherever they promoted you to. And then I start talking to people about it. Man, fuck that nigga, man. I don't know how man, that nigga's a lame, man. They done gave him a raise. Nigga, you hating. You a hater, bro. If me and you ain't cool and we don't rock with each other and you get a promotion on the job, I just ain't gonna say nothing about it. If niggas ask me about it, I ain't even hear nothing about that. Oh yeah, they say homie got a promotion. Good for him, man. Shit ain't none of my business. So again, we having this conversation because there's ways to go about this. And if you a hooligan or you a street nigga, then you know about that. You already know better. But again, I keep, and I'm going to get deeper into this part of it. Mikey B, before he converted and became a Muslim, or he, when niggas go to jail, they always get humbled. It don't matter. It could take 5 years. It could take 10 years. It could take 20 years. The most gangsterous nigga in the streets, he do 15 years in prison. That nigga would come out humble. He come out a Muslim. So before Mikey B went to prison, he was a bully. Zip with the drip. Before he went to prison, he was a bully. Okay? So I want y'all to keep that in mind on when we talking about this. If you don't rock with Harlem, you don't rock with China, that ain't no problem. It's nothing wrong with that. But you going on different platforms talking about it, you doing live streams, speaking down on niggas and nigga, you a hater. You a hater. And you get up on these platforms and say, I don't give a hell. I don't care about what you niggas is. Yes, you do care. You obviously care, bro. Because if you didn't care what niggas was doing, you wouldn't even waste a word on it. You wouldn't even waste your breath on it. You wouldn't even pay no attention to if you didn't care what niggas was doing. But you do care. You do, bro. Okay? And respectfully, like I said, this ain't no disrespect. But it's more just we having a conversation. It's like when your uncle sit you down and have a conversation with you. It's like when your father sit you down when he see you doing some whole shit. He see you doing some sucker shit, and your daddy sit you down and say, "Let me holler at you, little Zippy. Let me talk to you, man. I see how you was moving and acting. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't, these are some New York niggas. Y'all had an issue on YouTube. If you ain't rocking with it, then you don't say nothing about it. But just because you do rock with it, it don't make you a sucker, B. And I want to speak to that. Let me give y'all some game. Let's go down memory lane, right? The homie Smitty right here had a problem with Zippy. On YouTube, they had words with each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the algorithm, so I was around for that. And Smitty said he was going to go to Zippy house and he was going to put hands and feet on Zippy. He was going to put his motherfucking beach chair on the corner right in front of the projects, and he was going to wait for little Zippy to come out, and he was going to do some damage. He said this. That's the famous kiss. He kissed it to God. Salute to the homie Smitty, right? At the time, me and Zippy ain't rocking, but I told Smitty, bro, that shit was out of line. I did a whole live stream on it, and I told Smitty, I rock with you, homie, but that right there, that shit is out of line. I don't think you should have did that. You know what I'm saying? And Smitty thought about it. He reconsidered, and he came back. And big salute to Smitty, because this is what grown men do. Smitty said, you know what? I thought about that shit, and you was right, GMB TV. That shit, I ain't doing all of that. Yeah, that nigga said what he said, X, Y, and Z. Them niggas had words. They had a whole situation about that. But now you see Smitty and Zippy talking to each other. After Smitty said he was gonna do bodily harm to Zippy. After Zip said that Smitty was a blood, and then he turned to Crip, and then he turned to blood, he was a click hopper. Basically, he was a fraud. Basically, this nigga was, yeah, he talked about him like that. So nigga, uh you was a blood gang member. You got kicked out the whip. He turned Crip. Zip was like, yo, why you staying up? We know why you out there, nigga. He called him a rat and everything. Zip called this nigga Smitty a rat and said that that's why he was out there living in upstate New York or wherever he live at, working in the Amazon warehouse. Zippy said all of this online. It's public record. So if we standing on the words that y'all saying, Smitty and you wouldn't even be talking to each other right now because y'all both said some outlandish things to each other. But see how y'all could come together? Y'all could look past it. You see how y'all could put the past behind you? You see how, Smitty said he wanted to put hands and feet on you and you could look past that? You see how you called Smitty a rat. You told Smitty that he was a click hopper, he was a blood, and he was a Crip. And Smitty, as a grown man, could look past that and y'all could speak respectfully. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing, bro. I remember that was an intense situation. Salute to the homie Smitty. I wasn't even rocking with Zip, but I did tell Smitty, like, yo, it ain't that serious, man. Whatever's going on, just come out with it. Tell the people you was a blood or you was a Crip or you was both. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest with yourself and move on with the content. It's digital Hollywood. Trust me. Nobody cares, my nigga. Nobody cares. Trust me. I told Smitty that Hood Love TV was in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Hood Love TV. I ain't never X'd you out or timed you out. No chat, some whole shit to me, nigga. You see a nigga in the chat and you time him out, nigga. Come on, that's some nigga. You a YouTuber now, nigga. You timing niggas out in the chat and all of that. He ain't want Zip to leave the chat. That nigga saw me in the chat. He got nervous. He started sweating. Oh shit. That nigga get grown man business out of here. We don't want Zip to leave. So if you and Smitty could do that, why niggas can't do that with China? Why niggas can't do that with Harlem? As if they even care. I'm sure them niggas don't care. So stop acting like you this nigga who stand on business and you don't bend and break the rules and you don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't do this and do that when it's convenient for you. Obviously, it's convenient for you right now to be talking with Smitty. Same thing with Mikey B. You know what I'm saying? Didn't you call Mikey B? He was ordering rats when he was hanging with Fly Tie. Didn't y'all have a hole? But now y'all cool with him. So it's okay, brother. This is YouTube. You dudes are YouTubers. You are tax-paying citizens. When you get paid from YouTube, you are a worker. You get a W-2. Did you know that? Did you know that when you get a check from YouTube, you get a W-2, and at the end of the year, you got to file taxes on the money you make on YouTube? That make you a worker, nigga. That make you a motherfucking employee, an independent contractor. That's what that make you. And what I realized is I'm too real for this shit. That's why a lot of these niggas don't like me. A lot of these niggas feel threatened by me or they feel a certain way about me is because I created a lane for the real and I'm the only one in it. I'm the only one that'll get up here and say exactly what need to be said. These niggas get up here and get fanned out. This nigga, oh, that's Zip with the drip. These niggas, hey, Zip, you is lit in the city. This nigga's a fan. This nigga want your autograph, man. Get this nigga an autograph, man. Do a show with Mikey. He's talking about, yeah, the nigga said we should do a show together. Zip ain't never said he wanted to do no show with you, man. Stop it, bro. Hey, Mikey, man, nasty work, man. Nah, we gonna talk about it. Fuck it. We gonna have some fun tonight, nigga. I was gonna get into some real topics tonight, but I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. I gotta get a haircut, nigga. I'm Wolfmanning right now. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, and then we gonna get deep in Wiccan, and it's always deep in rap. But for right now, we gonna have some fun. Mikey B, hey, man, Zip, man, get that nigga autograph, man. Hey, Zippy, get that nigga autograph. And I wanna say, we gonna talk about that. So what Mikey B said, he don't know you. These niggas, nah, Mikey ain't say he don't know me. You know what I mean? I don't know if he said that or not. What I'm saying is, the niggas Mikey, he timed me out the chat when I was trying to get my point across. And we about to get into this receipt because the nigga Zip always talk about he don't talk about nobody unless they talk. You brought me up into the conversation right here, and I was trying to, respond to that. And the nigga Mikey B gonna time me out the chat. You are official. You are officially a YouTuber. You niggas is not like, you niggas is YouTubers. Tax-paying citizens. No different than DJ Academics, Show Flacco, Adam 22. I ain't trying to disrespect you. Nah, we ain't having no beef, man. We having a good time. This ain't black streamer beef, man. This is a big homie sitting a little homie down and kind of just, pointing out the chinks in your armor. That's all. This is something that's needed in the black community. Yeah, I want to say that. Big salute to you in the chat. X time, 8 times 9 or whatever your name is in the chat, right? This is what's missing in the black community. It ain't ass whoopings. It ain't beef. It ain't fights. It ain't none of that. What's missing in the black community, right, is the conversation. The conversation. I see you doing some whole shit, and we can have a conversation, a respectful conversation, where I could sit you down and I could show you, like, hey, bro, look at this. This ain't that, man. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then I can explain to you why it looked like that. And then you could take it in and you could say, you know what, GMB TV, man, that made a lot of sense, man. I never seen it that way. It's about sharing perspectives. You're gonna have your perspective, right? But what if I could help you see it from a different perspective? What if I could open up your mind and have you look at it from a different point of view? And then you can say to yourself, like, okay, I never thought about it that way. Dudes that used to be bullies in a city or in a hood or in a environment, right? When they come to YouTube, they think they could apply that same tactic. I'ma out scream this nigga. I'ma yell over him. I'ma bully him. And a lot of you niggas is y'all fall victim. Okay, but it's always gonna be a dude that's gonna say, hold up, homie, that ain't what it is. Let's have this conversation, man. Let's clear the air. Let's get this straight. All right, let's look at this receipt. Big salute to the chat. But the last thing I want you to do is think that it's some type of beef. I got a lot of love for these content creating niggas. I got a lot of love for dudes that come home from prison and make a way for themselves. But you got to understand something. When you was in prison, we was funding your stay. Tax-paying citizens was funding your stay. And we're going to talk about that. Because, again, that's something that the homie Zip it's word semantics. Where they try to, like, manipulate the narrative. Oh, your money was paying for... No, our money was paying for your jumpsuits. Our money was paying for the electricity so you could watch TV all night long. Who the fuck you think was paying electricity? Why y'all think the lights is on all night in jail? You ever been to jail? You ever been to prison? You ever been to Rikers Island? You ever been to these places? The one thing they all got in common is that the lights stay on all night long. They never cut the lights off. So who the fuck you think was paying the light bill for you to watch Sports Center and all of that? Who you think was paying the light bill? Who you think was paying the water bill for all you inmates to brush your teeth in the morning, to flush the toilet, to swell up and make your goddamn oodles or noodles? Who you think was paying for that? Tax-paying citizens. Who you think paid for your jumpsuit to be stitched up? Who you think paid for the fucking water shoes that you was in the shower with, the shower shoes? Who you think paid for all of that? Tax-paying citizens. But again, if you let dudes like Mikey B and you let dudes like Zip with the drip, manipulate the narrative, they'll make you think that ain't what it is. And the problem is, I'm just too real for YouTube. I'm going to come up here and look a nigga like Zip right in the face and say, Nah, nigga, you didn't make 20 years look easy, nigga. We paid for you to make it look easy. How the fuck you thought you got all that food on Thanksgiving? How you thought y'all was able to watch the Super Bowl in jail? Who pays for the fucking cable? Did y'all know that these jail niggas have a day room with a big ass TV that has cable TV running on it 24 hours a day, 365 days a year? Your canteen money didn't pay for the cable. You ain't got enough canteen money to ever pay the light bill in jail. You ain't got enough canteen money to stitch up them jumpsuits and pay for motherfucking water shoes that they give you for free. That's tax-paying citizens. So I ain't never gonna let a nigga like Mikey B or Zip with the Drip try to downplay what tax-paying citizens, what hard-working Americans do on American soil. I ain't never gonna let no niggas like that come across my algorithm make it seem like they did it was some big feat getting out of prison. They should be celebrated, or they accomplished some big deal doing 20 years, nigga. That ain't no accomplishment. You don't get no cookies for that. You actually should be saying thank you. Yo, I want to thank all the tax-paying citizens, the hard-working Americans that made my jail stay a little bit easier. Because we had hot water anytime we wanted it. We had TV, electricity anytime we wanted it. We had cable, nigga. We watched the Super Bowl. We was watching all type of shit while I was in prison. Come on, man. You niggas is crazy, bruh. Nah, man. Go ahead and talk to the people, man. Talk. Look.
Respectfully, son, niggas can eat pork fried wee-wee if they think that I'm gonna waste my well wishes on some niggas. All you gotta do is go to them niggas' page. If you go to them niggas' page and find any positive videos about me, then I'll take back what I said. But you're not gonna find that. Them niggas always talk bad about me on their platforms. All three of them niggas. So why would I be cheering for them niggas?
I mean, no, see, but that's the whole thing. I understand. Let me tell you something. You know, I know a lot of people that's on, an eye for an eye. I'm not, I'm giving that energy back. I respect it. I ain't even tripping. I respect it. But me, I just know universal energy that I don't need. I'm just saying, I know I'm doing good. My situation is great. Well, I'm gonna be up here arguing with a bozo, and I'm up here trying to get money or get my shit moving, or really get on content, or really get to the next level. I'm beefing with a lane. I'm going against.
That's why Wild stood up last night and got up out of this real quick, because you was a lame nigga.
I was mad when you stopped partying. When you was sitting down.
You want to be Muslim, you hear me talking about Muslim, you want to be Muslim because of that, blah, blah, blah. But Wallahi, that nigga was in my DM saying that before, you heard? He was going to turn Muslim because he liked the way I be talking about being Muslim and all that. But every chance he get, he throw a shot at that nigga too. So I couldn't really, I couldn't wait to throw Frank at that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you start making your point against niggas like that, they start talking whack nigga shit. And then when you make your point against that, they don't know what to do. You see, you start talking about, my tax dollars made sure you live comfortable in jail. No, it didn't.
Grown man business in here going in right now. He down there.
Yo, listen.
Grown man business.
These people tax dollars. Yo, y'all paid for y'all overpaid for police to sit on them jobs and stomp out niggas like y'all seen on that video last summer. That's what y'all paid for. Y'all don't pay to make sure we all right. Y'all pay to make sure that them yakkers in upstate New York and wherever else they got prisons at, y'all feed them. That's what your tax dollars go to. Don't try to make it seem like y'all be taking care of us. No, y'all.
See what I'm talking? And salute Mikey B. I mean, he saw me, but low key. Let me show you what happened. Right? Mikey B said that. Yo, G&B, grown man business. He going crazy in the chat, and then he low key timed me out the chat. You thought I ain't see that, Mikey? Hey, Mikey, you thought I ain't see that. I know. Go ahead and talk to the people, Zip. Go ahead and talk to them. Look, talk to the people.
Y'all niggas is providing generational wealth for them yakkers in the mountains. That's what y'all doing. Y'all ain't making it so we can live comfortable. Our families send us commissary money. Our families come on a visit and bring us drugs so we can live comfortable. Not your funky ass tax dollars. A fat nigga sat at a desk for 8 hours and got $30-something an hour, and then he did a double and got double time or time and a half or whatever it was. That's what your tax dollars went to. For a nigga to babysit grown men, that's what your tax dollars went to. Babysitting grown men.
Facts.
And see, Mikey had timed me out, and he looked up there and said, "Facts." Come on, son. So again, right? And that's why I said it's not no beef. This ain't black on black violence. This ain't none of that. But we do have to have some kind of balance. You know, this fantasy world that these dudes get into, this metaverse, and they create and they push to the people, you know, it needs to have balance. We need to be able to see both sides of the spectrum, right? No, bro, again, you got it wrong. You think that the drugs your grandmama was stuffing up her coochie to bring to you in jail, you think that that is what make y'all live comfortable? You think that the commissary that your family sends you is what makes you live comfortable? Let me give you some game. Imagine your grandmama stuffing a pussy, right, with that K2 she was bringing to you. And then you get the K2 and you ain't got no electricity. So now you can't even light the motherfucking K2 because you need a plug and an outlet to make one of them little sparks so you could spark your little K2 joints up. Imagine, you know, your parents or your grandmama, your mama, whoever, send you canteen money, right? And you order canteen and you ain't got no fucking water. Imagine that. Imagine you wake up in the morning and the water's off, so now you can't flush the toilet and the whole fucking prison can't flush the toilet. Imagine that. And you just got up here on Mikey B channel and said that y'all canteen money take care of that. And the K2 that your mama was bringing you took care of that. You just got right up there and lied. And Mikey B sat there and said, "Facts." That's why I be calling Mikey a fan. I ain't got no disrespect to Mikey, but Mikey, you a motherfucking fan, man. You a fan, brother. You know what I mean? Next time Zip come up, I'm gonna make sure he give you an autograph. You know what I mean? You know, from Zippy to Mikey. But again, Zippy, you got it wrong, okay? Our taxpayers' dollars is what fund these private prisons, what fund almost everything that goes on inside these prisons, bro. That's why they keep y'all silly ass. That's why you, and don't, let's talk about this, man. Yo, it pays for your money, pays for them dudes to babysit grown ass men. Well, listen, man, you didn't have to go in there. You made the decision to go to prison. You made the decision to let them people put the handcuffs on you. You know, maybe if you had this energy you got on YouTube for them police officers, your ass would have never went to prison. Yeah, maybe if you had this same energy that you got on YouTube, right? If you would have had that for the police, your ass would have never went to jail. But see, you only gangster on YouTube. You only a hooligan on the internet. And nobody want to tell you this, Zippy. Yeah, Zippy, nobody want to tell you. Nobody want to keep it real. You not a gangster in prison. You was ducking smoke when Blue Boy came to your cell. You told us that. You not a gangster in the streets because when the white man pulled them handcuffs out, guess what you did? You said, "Yes, sir." And he put them handcuffs on you and he took your ass to prison. So I always wanted, you know, the energy that you got for these YouTubers, the energy you got when you get to talking about China Brim and Harlem Legend and Grown Man Business TV and whoever else, Hassan Campbell. If you had that energy towards the police, then maybe you wouldn't have never went to prison. Okay? Respectfully, brother. You only a gangster on YouTube. You only a hooligan in these YouTube streets. Facts. Now, I want to address something before we go further, right? Zippy spoke about a DM that I sent him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I always said this, man. Zip is not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but he's definitely not the dullest knife in the drawer. Zippy got some wits about him. You know, when these dudes go to prison, right, they do a lot of reading. These dudes go into jail as gang members, sex, money, murder, and they leave prison almost 100% of the time. Assalamu alaikum, salaikum salam. They come out that motherfucking jail as Muslims, right? And this one particular time, I'm not gonna front, right? I was battling with where I wanted to. It was kind of like a spiritual warfare going on. Inside with me, right? And I heard Zip talk about Shiite Muslims. And I remember it vividly because I didn't know that, me personally, I didn't know it was like different type of Muslims. I thought a Muslim was a Muslim. I thought it was Salaikum Salam was Salaikum Salam. I thought that a bean pie was a bean pie. That's just what I thought it was, right? I didn't think that there was different type of bean pies. I didn't know that there was different type of Muslims. And in a long time ago, before Zip blocked me, right? Before he blocked me on social media, on his YouTube, I could see his live streams, and he talked about Shiite Muslims and how he was a Shiite Muslim, and in prison, it really wasn't a lot of Shiite Muslims, etc. Right? But it was really knowledgeful, and it was really, it was really knowledgeful. I learned a lot from when he was talking about the whole situation. So I reached out to Zip, and I told Zip that I was considering taking my Shahada. I never told Zip I wanted to be like him. I never told Zip that I wanted to be a Muslim because he was a Muslim. I told Zip that I was considering taking my Shahada. And what that means is, I guess, that's what you have to do to become a Muslim. That's what I told Zip. And, I said, I like how you broke that shit down. It's very knowledgeable. And I told him, like, yo, that was your... And respectfully, hey Tony, you spelled peace wrong. I'm gonna get back to that, but you're using your Twitter figures and you spelled peace wrong. That's the wrong piece right there, respectfully, right? But anyway, right? So I told him that, and I gave him some props on that, and I told him, yo, like, I like when you talk like that. Like, all that other shit is for the birds. Like, if you really did more speaking like that, bro, that shit is powerful. I told him that. And he responded, Zip told me, he said, yo, don't waste no time. Do that now. If you want to take your Shahada, do that now. He was like, yo, you got to get somebody to take you, though. So I didn't know that either. So I was like, oh, okay, wow. You know what I'm saying? You don't just go take your Shahada. You need somebody to, like, grandfather you in. You need somebody to, like, walk you in. So we had a little back and forth in the DM, and it was pleasant. It wasn't nothing crazy, but he got up here and told these niggas that I told him I wanted to be a Muslim because he's a Muslim, and X, Y, and Z, and all that was cap. And that's why I said, man, like, these is conversations we gotta have. Now, fast forward, over time, right? I'll say this. He told me to do it now. I remember that vividly. He said, don't waste no time. He said, do it now, right? And that was like a red flag for me. It was almost, I don't know why it was a red flag, but it was, right? So I kind of just backed away from it. And in due time, the downloads downloaded. And the Most High exposed to me that religion is a trap. Religion is a box. Religion is a gang. You know what I'm saying? The downloads that downloaded to me said, look at the YouTube Muslims. Look at the examples of Muslims that's right in front of your face and tell me you believe that that's the way. And I got to say, big salute to Hassan Campbell. Big salute to Zip with the Drip. A few other you niggas that's Muslims, because I was able to watch y'all on YouTube and realize, nah, that ain't it. You know what? I'm bigger than your religion. I'm bigger than being a Muslim. I'm bigger than that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I could see through the smoke and mirrors. And, when you are able to listen, when you can be still and you can listen to the voice, to the God in you, it makes you powerful. The God in me told me to look at Zip. Nigga up there drinking every motherfucking night. He smoking tons of weed on camera. He cussing. He making a mockery of the motherfucking religion. He making a mockery of you Muslims. So y'all telling me Zip with the Drip is an example of what a Muslim is? I'm good on that. Hassan Campbell, I feel the same way. It's no disrespect to Hassan Campbell, but you YouTube Muslims are a prime example of why I learned I figured out real quick. Nah, I'm good. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I guarantee y'all gonna probably end up paying in the long run for turning more people away from the religion than attracting them to the religion. Y'all are horrible examples of what a Muslim is supposed to be. So again, yeah, I reached out to Zip. I reached out to Zip. I locked in with Zip. I ain't got no disrespect or no hate for Zip. And I'm a man, I'm a king. So I could recognize certain mannerisms in another king. I could recognize certain qualities in another man because we are not in competition. We are not in competition. Zip, I am not in competition with Zip with the Drip. I am not in competition with Harlem Legend or China Brim. I am not in competition with Harlem Legend or Mikey B or Smitty. I carved out a lane for the real. Zip can't get in this lane that I'm in. The shit that I talk about, Zip don't talk about it. The only thing we have in common is when we talking about celebrities. That's the only content that we do that might cross paths. Anything other than that, the shit that I talk about when I'm talking about the higher ups and the elites, when I'm talking about the government, when I'm talking about them little hat people, Zip ain't in this lane with me. So we not in competition. So I always, and again, that's another thing. I always notice how he took that interaction with us in the DM and he using it and he weaponizes it on YouTube. So that's what Muslims do, right? You know what I'm saying? Muslims do what y'all niggas is doing. That shit nasty work. If that's what a Muslim is, I'm good on that. If that's anything what a Muslim could be, I'm good on that. I'm actually bigger than that. I'm better than that. You're not gonna constrain me to no motherfucking four corners of Muslim shit and you niggas don't, man, nah, nigga. Nah. Nah. You niggas up here disrespecting you talking about a nigga child. He talking about your dead grandmama and y'all Muslims. And then the crazy thing is all these Muslims that watch this and consume this content, y'all, I ain't never seen y'all come up here and shame Zip for the content he's providing as a Muslim. Shame Hassan Campbell for actually for being a Muslim, making a fool of the religion on YouTube for thousands and millions of people to see. I went in Zip DM because the thing is, I don't have no beef with Zip. After the war was over, after we went to war on YouTube, I realized Zip can't stop my growth. My voice is powerful. Even a Zip with the Drip can't stop my subscribers from coming in, can't stop my acceleration. You know, Zip can't stop me, right? So I reached out to Zip as a grown man and I told him, bro, I like how you spoke about that Muslim shit. I thought that, I think that was powerful. The things you said about like the Shiite, how he broke it down. I gave him his credit. And what he do? Weaponize it on YouTube and try to use it against me. And what Mikey B say? Facts. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, right? Mikey B would have heard that shit and he wasn't a fan. He probably would have said like, well, maybe he reached out to you. Like, I don't know, Zip, you don't weaponize no shit like that. If a nigga reached out to you and said he was thinking about being a Muslim and all of that, coming into the religion, becoming a soldier for the religion and all of that, you don't weaponize that. You don't talk down about that, Zip. You don't do that. But these niggas, well, not these niggas, Mikey B, he's such a motherfucking fan. He just wanna be cool. And we gonna get into that, but he just wanna be cool with Zip. So that's why I wanted to break that down. And I think I'm gonna clip this one up. You YouTube Muslims are horrible examples of what the religion is supposed to be. I'm sure it is some good qualities that come with that religion. And you niggas is full examples. You nigga, man, if that's what's in there, I'm good on that. Listen, I'm more connected to the cosmos. I'm more connected through this melanin. I'm more of a spiritual man. I don't need to be tied in with your, with your motherfucker. Y'all niggas supposed to be brothers in Islam. Let's just stay with Hassan Campbell and Zip with the Drip. It is haram for y'all niggas to do what y'all doing on this YouTube. It is haram for y'all niggas to talk about each other the way y'all talk about each other. For y'all to disrespect each other the way y'all disrespect each other. It is haram, nigga, to be drinking. It's haram, nigga, to have a dog in your house. You niggas is horrible examples of what Muslims or Islam is. And the only way from here on out we gonna talk about religion and Islam is if you niggas is baking me a goddamn bean pie. I don't want to talk, don't worry about it. I'm spiritual. I'm not connected to no religion. I'm connected directly to the Most High. I ain't got to go through Islam to get to the Most High. I ain't got to be a Christian to get to the Most High. I ain't got to do none of that. And guess what? That make me powerful, nigga. You niggas is, nigga, hey, boy. Yo, he got in my DM and tried to, yeah, I did that. I did. I reached out to you and you reached back, nigga. You didn't waste no time answering that DM, nigga. You ain't ignore that DM. You saw me reach out and you got down with that. You told me, yeah, oh, you trying to do that, nigga, do it now. He was like, yo, do that shit right now. Almost like he was proud of the fact. He was like, do that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? He was like, hurry up. Don't waste no time. And I was like, damn, I was like, okay. And then he spoke about like how you need somebody to walk you in. To get your shahada, you need somebody to walk you in. And I was like, okay. And then I told him, and I'm gonna end with this. Then I told Zip, listen, man, that shit was business. It was nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? He was like, no, you slandered my name. I was like, bro, I don't remember slandering your name at all. But if I did, that's my bad. You see what I'm saying? That's what I told Zip. That's what I told Zip in the DM. I told him, yo, it's business, nothing personal. I haven't said nothing about your grandmama. I haven't said nothing about your mom being on drugs. I never said nothing about your brother. I never said nothing personal to you. We just did some YouTube shit. I'm the only nigga on YouTube that you couldn't destroy. I told him that in the DM. And then he said, nah, but you slandered my name. I said, bro, listen, I don't remember doing that. I don't remember slandering your name, but if I did, that's my bad. That wasn't my aim. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't my intentions to slander your name. You feel what I'm saying? So if a nigga see if we have a back and forth like that, and then you'll take that and come on YouTube with Mikey B and try to make it something it's not and try to weaponize it again, bro. It's just furthermore showing why you and I'm me. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm probably gonna clip this one up. So yeah, I hopped in his DM. I congratulated him and I showed him some love on how he spoke about the Muslim religion, Islam. And I told him I was just thinking about it. The words that I used was, I'm considering it. You know I don't waste no words, right? You know I don't just talk for no reason. So I would have never told him, yo, I want to be a Muslim because of you. Never happened. I told him I am considering it. I'm only considering it. You know, we consider a lot of things throughout the day that don't come into fruition. You know what I'm saying? We consider a lot of things throughout the day that never happen, but we consider it. In the Nation of Islam, I considered it. In the Most High, you know, the downloads, the voice, the God in me told me, nah, G and B, hold up, hold your horses. Look around you. Look around you. Look at what's going on in Philadelphia. All the violence, 95% of the violence that takes place in Philadelphia is done by a Muslim. Did you know that? Did you know that 98% of the black population in Philadelphia are Muslims? They pray 5 times a day. They wear kufis. They wear Muslim attire and they eat bean pies. And then they go out there and they shoot some fucking body. They kill some fucking body. All of the violence that takes place in Philadelphia a lot of it is done by Muslims. And then when you look into these YouTube streets and you look at these YouTube Muslims and you say to yourself, that's what you want to be like? Nah, and salute, Kenny, right? I'm going to say this. You got to know I'm Grown Man Business TV. You got to know I did my due diligence. So I looked into the Muslim faith. I looked into the Quran. I looked into like the history. And there was some things that popped up, man. And I'm going to just speak on one of them, right? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I think it was Elijah Muhammad, he was married to a 9-year-old little girl. Do you know about that? Respond in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. The Elijah Muhammad, one of them dudes that y'all speak to, you know what I'm saying, married a 9-year-old girl, had a wife that was 9 years old. That's in the Quran, or that's in the history of this. So when I started looking into it, I found a lot of things that I didn't agree with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I might could pull up some receipts on that. Big salute to the chat. You know what I'm saying? But for you to try to get in this chat and use that, hold on. Watch this. For you to get in the chat, right, and try to,
Why did
let's see right here, right?
Muhammad, peace be upon him, marry 9?
Look.
Why did Muhammad, peace be upon him, marry 9-year-old Aisha?
I've said this so many times. I've explained it in a prolonged video clip answer. It's on my YouTube channel. You go and check it. And you'll find that the Prophet ﷺ did not marry Aisha except because Allah ordered him to do so. And Aisha was engaged before the Prophet ﷺ proposed, when she was that young. And she loved him as she loved no one else. And he loved her as he loved no one else. Her father and mother were so pleased with it. Everybody in the family were so honored with it. There was no one to complain. Among the idol worshippers themselves, his enemies, the Jews, the Christians at the time, no one ever said, whoa, what is this? It was the norm. This was the normal marrying age. Only 100 or 150 years ago that this started surfacing.
Why did Muhammad, peace be upon him, marry 9-year-old Aisha?
Yeah, respond to that in the chat. So Elijah Muhammad, peace be upon him. Huh? Yeah, that's the Islam. Islam, the Nation of Islam, the black dudes, where they at? The only time I see them is when I'm buying bean pies over there off Tidewater in Bramilton in Norfolk, Virginia. Yeah, the only time I see the Nation of Islam is when I'm buying incense and I need some bean pies and I'm riding down Tidewater Drive in Bramilton over there in Norfolk, Virginia. But when it's time to go to war, when the last time you seen a motherfucking bow tie when it's police brutality, when it's really wartime? Yeah, they showed up to Nipsey Hussle's funeral. Yeah, but y'all niggas, I don't know about that. And what I'm saying is, Islam, the Muhammad, peace be upon him, married a 9-year-old Aisha. I don't care if it was 150 years ago. I don't care if it was today. 9 years old is 9 years old, nigga. I ain't no excuse behind that. I only played that just so you could understand that it wasn't just the examples on YouTube, but the examples on these YouTube Muslims that shit nasty work. That's the first brick right there. And then me doing my due diligence, I found other things like this, like Muhammad, peace be upon him, marrying a 9-year-old little girl back in the day. Yeah, it is true. It is true. It is true. It is true, brother.
Here's proof that Prophet Muhammad...
It is true. Look.
Here's proof that Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, did not marry a child. The claim is that Aisha was 6 years old, but historians record that Aisha's elder sister, Asma, was 10 years older than Aisha.
It's well documented that Asma was born 27 years before Hijra, which is the migration from Mecca to Medina. And historical sources agree that Asma was about 27 years old during this time. So the math would place Asma at 27 to 28 years old during Hijra, making Aisha about 17 to 18 years old at that time. Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, married Aisha shortly after Hijra, making her at least around 18 years old.
Now, the dudes in my DM tell me they started doing that and they started making these claims once they started getting backlash about the whole situation. So before people was really aware of this, there was no whole 17. Back in them days, they wasn't, nigga, let me tell you something. Back in them days, it wasn't no law that you had to be 17 years old or 18 years old. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't no thing. So it's a lot of contradictions and it's a lot of nasty. Hold on.
Why did the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam married Aisha at the age of 9? And can one use this example to marry young girls?
So let's answer this question. It's a good question, and it's an easy question. The Prophet ﷺ never went around looking at women and select this one or select that one or say, yo, check this out. Tell her I'd like to marry him or marry her. No. Now the why of it, nobody knows except Allah. Because the Prophet ﷺ never married any woman except it came to him from wahi. What does it mean? What is wahi? No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, the messenger of Allah ﷺ never spoke anything from himself, but whatsoever he heard from wahi, this is what he did. Now we know that the Prophet is a man like everybody else, but Allah subdued his nafs.
Why did the Prophet...
So what he's basically saying is he was told by Allah, he was told by the Most High to marry her at the age of 9. He wasn't running around looking for different girls. He wasn't doing what they try to predict it like he was some type of madman. But along his travels, the Most High spoke to him directly and told him, marry that 9-year-old little girl, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there so you could understand that it ain't just Zip. It ain't just Haas. It ain't just these YouTube Muslims. It ain't just the Muslims out there in Philadelphia. It ain't just the examples that we see that's right there in front of us to let me know that ain't it. Okay, and I'm gonna move forward because there's a lot more to talk about, but I want to reiterate. You know, I reached out to the homie, even, you know, beef or not. I reached out to him and told him, yo, I think I'm considering taking my shahada. I'm considering, you know, stepping into that realm of religion. You know what I'm saying? And he took that and brought it to YouTube and tried to weaponize it. And y'all respect niggas like that. Y'all think that's real. Y'all let a dude like that, a dude like that. Oh, I'm praying 5 times. No, you niggas make a mockery out of this. The real Muslims will spit on you dudes and get y'all out of here. If y'all niggas, you talking about traveling to the motherland, them niggas, they fuck around and behead you out there, decapitate your ass out there for playing around with the religion. Yeah, that's what'll happen if you go over there trying to walk in the circle and do your prayers. Them niggas will get your ass up out of there, take your ass in the desert and cut your head off. Okay, respectfully. All right, so again, that's something I really wanted to address because a lot of people ask me about that. He slips that in there sometime. Yo, the nigga was in my DM. Wallahi, I wish I had my other phone. I would show y'all the DMs. His portions are deleted because his channel got deleted. His Instagram channel he was using at the time, I guess it got deleted or something happened. He had to start a new channel. So his portion on my end, his messages are deleted, but all my messages are there. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, so whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, I like what you were saying about that, like the Shiite Muslim thing and all the Muslim shit. I'm really considering taking my shahada. All my shit is there. Yo, I think you slandered my name, X, Y, and Z. Listen, this shit ain't personal, it's business. It's YouTube. I'm the only nigga in these YouTube streets you could not defeat, right? If I slandered your name, if you, I don't remember doing that, but if I did, that's my bad. It was never my intentions to slander your name, nigga. We was just, we was having a little YouTube back and forth. That was the conversation me and Zip had. All right, and mommy, if I'm long-winded on this particular part, but I'm gonna clip this part up right here, and I'm gonna title it "YouTube Muslims," and I'm gonna edit it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put it in, and I'm gonna drop a pre-recorded video. So I needed to stretch that out and make sure that it was a nice, lengthy video. Big salute to the chat, bro. Can I ask you a question? Ask me anything, man. I want to see it. Right. That's about that. Thanks about that. Crazy word, Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, your great grandmother and grandfather getting married at 13. I ain't never heard, I ain't never heard nothing about that in my family. And maybe in your family, maybe your great grandfather and was getting down at 12 and 11 years old. But, you know, hey, don't project your situation on me. That's not the nation of Islam, sir. Well, Islam, Muslims, call it what you want, man. Grown man business family. Yeah, salute. What it do? Yeah, I know. Let's get back into the receipt. Big salute to the chat. Let's let these guys talk a little bit more. Go ahead, talk to the people. Look.
That's what they went to. Not the nation I live better, nigga. Straight up, nigga.
Hey yo.
Yeah, nigga.
Hey yo, I feel like it's enough room, right? Because it's like everybody got their own lane. Like you said, when dudes is responding, dudes that don't deserve the response, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know what I mean, you bypassed it. You know what I'm saying? But like, the juggernauts of this sector, you understand what I'm saying? When dudes get out on the floor, you understand? They want dudes to perform. You understand what I'm saying? This like performing like when you up top, you in the yard. They want to see some action. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of shit be personal. I know a lot of things has been said between you and China, and you understand what I'm saying? But it been disrespect on both ends. Yeah.
Big salute. Yeah, I want to say something to that, right? That shit between Zip and China is definitely personal. It's definitely personal. That type of situation ain't no turning back from that. Salute to the chat. We beefing with Zip. What I miss? Nah, we not beefing with Zip. Big salute to you, homie. We not beefing with Zip. This ain't. I said this in the beginning of the chat. This ain't no beef thing, man. It's more like when your uncle or your big homie or your dad or somebody like that, they sit you down, man, and give you some game and tell you, you tripping a little bit, or yo, don't do that. That ain't this. You know what I'm saying? That's just what this is. This ain't no beef or no war. This is 2026. We ain't doing all of that. But one of the reasons again why me and certain people bump heads every now and then is because I'm just too real for this YouTube. I'm not fanned out. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Virginia. I got a lot of respect for New York, Cali, and all that, but I'm from Virginia. And I ain't fanned out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, I'ma say what everybody really wanna say. I'ma say what it really is. You know what I'm saying? And the whole situation with Zip doing the whole PR run and talking about Harlem and China and they situation is hate, bro. If you don't rock with what they rocking with, then just don't say nothing about it. Leave it alone. You said something, he says something, them boys is not worried. They not even saying your name. They not even speaking on you. They refuse to even say your name. So it's like if me and a nigga beefing and he get a raise at his job and I go around the whole job talking about it. Man, fuck that nigga, man. How you get a raise? Why they gonna get that nigga a raise? He always late to work, man. Man, they gonna take a picture with that nigga. He always late. He don't never come into work on time. He don't never do no overtime. That nigga always late. They gonna take a picture with that. That's what Zip is, nigga, you hating. And Mikey B and all these other type of niggas, they act like they don't want to say it because really they want to be cool with Zip. Really they don't want no war with they fans and shit. These niggas want These niggas want an autograph and all that. They want a nigga to sign an autograph. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm just gonna call it out. You know, the way you talking on YouTube about China Brim and Harlem Legend, you should have had that type of energy for Blue Boy. One thing I'll say about it is Harlem ain't never tried to physically harm you. China Brim ain't never ran down on you physically in the streets and did nothing to you. But Blue Boy came to your cell and he put a fucking knife on it. And he told you, you gonna get down or you gonna lay down. And if you lay down, you gonna stay down. And you know what you told Blue Boy? I don't wanna get down. I don't wanna get down. You feel what I'm saying? That's why Blue Boy came back to your cell and he told you, Fat Cat wants some weed down there. After he got you straight and he took that knife back, he started friendly extorting you. He started coming down there and getting weed and blue and K2 or whatever you had on you. He was coming down there when he needed it. Yo, the homie down there needs some K2. Let me get that. You made a business decision. You made an executive decision in your own words. But on this YouTube, you hyping loud, you get to screaming, you flashing money, you talking like this and you talking like that. But when you was in that cell on Key Block, your ass was quiet as a church mouse. Yeah. When Blue Boy came to your cell, yeah, he told you, I don't want to do nothing to you. I know your uncle. You was happy than a motherfucker when he told you that. When he told you he ain't want to really do nothing to you, he really know your uncle, but he had to make sure, nigga, you push that knife back. So I'm just the one that's gonna say it. And all these other niggas, they don't want to say it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't be you niggas is YouTubers, respectfully. We all doing YouTube. You can't get hype in these YouTube streets and get quiet out there in public. Let me give you another example of that. Big salute to the chat. Zip went on a 1.5 year campaign exposing Bimmy. Oh, he was every day, 3 times a day. Zippy was on live stream telling us about Bimmy. He's a confidential informant, and you know, his real name is Music. Zip went on a whole rampage for 1.5 years exposing Bimmy. But what happened when Zip ran into Bimmy in that nightclub out there in New York City? Do y'all remember the story? Zip and the Drip was outside. He's lit. He was at a nightclub. You know, he doing his 1-2 step. Let's get to that, right? One of his homies come to him and say, yo, you will never believe this. He's like, yo, Bimmy's in here. Bimmy's in here. And his homie was scared to death. So Zip got nervous. His palms got sweaty. And guess what little Zippy did? He went to the bar. He spent $500 and bought some champagne so he could have a bottle to protect himself. And he snuck out the back door. You get what you see what I'm saying? Zip was in the same club with Bimmy. Zip didn't do nothing to Bimmy. Zip didn't go over there and say nothing. Zip didn't go over there and do nothing. Zip bought a bottle of champagne or alcohol and slipped out the back door. And then he took his ass back to the house. He went back to his grandma's apartment. But again, right, Mikey ain't gonna say this. Salute to Smitty, but these niggas ain't really trying to, they don't, and the problem is, I'm saying it. It ain't that I'm lying. It ain't that it's fake. It ain't that I'm slandering his name. It ain't nothing. It's just a simple fact that I'm saying it. So why, when you get on this motherfucking application, you screaming and hollering and all that? Why, when you get on YouTube, you so gangster and you play by code and you know you ain't gonna do no sucker shit and you know what I mean, you this, that, and the third. But when you saw Bimmy in that club, your ass snuck out the back door. When Blue Boy put the knife on your cell, you told him, I'm gonna make an executive decision. And you told him, take this goddamn knife back, man. I don't want no problems with you. I got the bag right here. My grandmama Matter of fact, bust his bag open. What you want? Do you need something? I got some weed for you. That's what you did. But then you get on this app and you try to act like you so motherfucking thorough and you just a real nigga. Man, you stop it. Stop it. Okay? And the only problem is I'm your cousin from down south that ain't scared to say it. I'm your cousin from down south in the country that when you bring your ass down here for the summertime and you get to telling me your stories about New York City, I tell you, Zip, come on, man, you hold out, Zip. Man, that boy hold out. Man, you mean to tell me you made this whole big ruckus about Bimmy being a rat. You told the world, you exposed them, you got celebrities saying it, you got everybody talking about it. And then you saw Bimmy in the club and you snuck out the back door? Come on now there, Zippy. Zippy, come on now there, Zippy. Come on. See, I'm just the down south cousin that's gonna tell you that. I'm just Zippy, you know, listen, you my cousin. You're my blood. I'm always gonna rock with you. But man, that was some whole shit right there, Zippy. You shouldn't have never did. Zippy, when you saw Bimmy in that club, you supposed to wouldn't handle your business. You see a rat, hit a rat. You see a rat, you handle a rat. Yeah, when we see rats and rodents, we exterminate them. We call the exterminators. Yeah, we call the exterminator and let them get exterminated. We don't sneak out the back door, Zippy. Yeah. We don't do no sneaking out the back door. So anytime we get up on this YouTube and you get to screaming and hollering about X, Y, and Z, I can't do nothing but remember when you didn't take that knife from Blue Boy. You get up on this thing and you get to screaming about the money you're making and how you lit in the streets and how people call you. I can't only think about when you was in the club with Bimmy, you snuck out the back door. I'm lit. Y'all ain't lit like me. I get called to concerts and parties and everybody, I'm lit. But at the same time, Mikey B having conversations and niggas is saying you popped. They not saying you lit. They saying you popped. That's what they saying. They not saying you lit in these New York streets. They saying you popped in these New York streets. They laughing at you, homie. They not laughing with you in them New York streets. Nobody forgot about that Blue Boy situation. Nobody forgot about when you snuck out the club when Bimmy was in there. You got the fuck up out of there. That's why them niggas was telling Mikey B ass is popped out here. Yeah, go ahead and talk to the people, man. I'm just having fun with this. We not doing no beefing, you know what I mean? It's all love. But I'm your cousin from down south. I known you back in the day when you was a little baby. I don't believe you, nigga. You need more people. You could run that shit past them New Yorkers when you out there in Brooklyn and all that. You know what I'm saying? You out there in Queens and all that. You could try to run it past them, but you know when you come down to Auntie house, man, we know. Come on, man. We know you ain't like that. We know you ain't like that, man. Oh, I'm Zip, man, Darian. You nigga, I'm Zip with the drip. Nigga, your name is Darren down here. Yeah, respectfully. Yeah, no, son. My name is Zippy with the drippy. Nah, your name is Darian down here. Yeah, that zip shit, that shit play up New York City. Down here, your ass, his name is Darren. Darren, whatever your name is. That's your name, nigga. We just having some fun with this. Big salute to the chat, man. Yeah. Light work. This some light bars right here. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what that was about. Big salute. We gonna let a little bit more of this play, man, and then we gonna wrap it up. Big salute to the chat though. Yeah, that nigga, man, Mikey kind of disappointed me tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Yeah, the homie Mikey disappointed me tonight, man. I ain't like that. You know, don't. Yeah, we on it. Go ahead and talk to the people. Look.
And understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
highly
but I ain't
disrespect.
disrespect none of these niggas until they violated me. My shit is, see how Mikey said eye for eye, Smitty? I'm
Right.
with that. Eye for eye's allowed, word. That's allowed business. God is with that. I ain't mess with none of these niggas first. All these niggas said something about me first, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I go, bro.
I get that.
I don't be saying that. I said that shit a lot a long time ago. For me to make a video about a nigga that make videos would make me a lame, nigga. That's how I feel.
And we
make videos about a nigga that make videos, nigga, you a lame.
I want to speak to that. And I think that might be the last angle. I might let them run a little bit longer. Zip said, if you make videos about a nigga that make videos, you a lame, right? If you make videos about anybody that makes videos, you a lame. Well, I done seen Zip make videos about El Jefe. What's the boy named El Jefe? I don't care what the check say. I seen him make videos about, back on Fig. Them dudes make videos. Those dudes ain't celebrities. Them niggas is on the West Coast. They make videos. And you made videos about them. So I guess you a lame. Oh, but my bad. In New York City, Zip could do this shit. If he do it, then it ain't no problem with it. But if niggas make videos about him, they lames. El Jefe, I don't care what the check say. That nigga ain't got more subscribers than me. He is not a celebrity. But you got videos because you was trying to get the attention of the West Coast niggas. Huh? Munchie B. I seen you make videos about Munchie B. Munchie B ain't no celebrity, nigga. You trying to, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't lame because you making videos about, oh, I know. Them niggas make videos. Okay? El Jefe, I don't care what the check say. You make videos about him. Munchie B, you made videos about him. Back on Fig, you made videos about him. Stop it, bro. You not saying, and these niggas just letting you run that bullshit past you without even pressing it. Salute to the chat. Go ahead and talk some more, man.
Niggas can't tell me different. You making videos about a nigga that make videos. That nigga ain't say nothing about you. You just making videos about that man? Yeah. You a lame, son. Yeah. That's what go on, though. You know how she go, man. And I understand that. It's a lot. Like, we supposed to be a lot going on in the whole TV.
Yeah. But you know.
The things they going through and all that. You know what I'm saying? No, niggas want to talk about Zip and what Zip doing. Come on, son.
But everybody know how that dirty sector goes on. What goes on in the dirty sector? When you came, anybody that come through the dirty sector, you understand? If you had a name, or you know what I'm saying, you had access to information, you know what I'm saying, that the people, wanted. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody was throwing shots at you. You know what I'm saying? It came from everywhere. But when I came it didn't make a difference who you was. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's what I like, and that's what I like about Smitty, because he like to keep it funky, B. Everybody throws shots at everybody. It's just a part of the YouTube game. It's nothing personal. That's why I told Zip in the DM, bro, this shit ain't personal. It's business, nigga. It's YouTube. Like, nobody was really trying to, like, slander your name, nigga. Like, you take this shit personal because you feel like niggas is holding up a mirror to you. So anytime somebody say something about you, anytime somebody, get at you in these YouTube streets, you take it so personal, bro. You take it so personal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you take it and you just personalize it. When we all understand that, yo, this is just a part of the game, nigga. Once you get about, let me tell you something, man. Man, salute to that. I want you to hold this. I want you to really take this in, right? Once you get over about 15 to 20,000 subscribers, you realize that just come with this shit. You know what I'm saying? You gonna say something, you gonna do something. Sometimes you might not even say nothing. You might not have did nothing. And somebody might peep something about you and they might try to see what's up. They might say something about you. This nigga might only have 5,000 subscribers. You got 20. A little back and forth might put some motion on his channel. Or a nigga might have more subscribers than you and he might say something like, Unless you make it personal, it's not personal. You understand what I'm saying? And again, Zip with the drip, Hassan Campbell, that's personal if you ask me. You talking about my kids, nigga, that ain't something we can get past. You know what I'm saying? You talking about my dead grandma, you disrespecting my dead grandma, that ain't really something I'm gonna look past. You know what I'm saying? So Zip and Hassan Campbell that's personal if you ask me. Zip and China Brim, my brother passed away. You talking about, you wish you was on the highway so you could have saw the Mack truck hit him, and you wish you got him shot in jail, and that's personal. You know what I'm saying? So I done seen some niggas get personal on YouTube and take it real far with each other. But for the most part, 95% of the time, bro, it's just content. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not real, bro. Like Smitty and Zippy had a back and forth. Nigga, it's YouTube. Like that shit was, you know what I'm saying? Like even last night, I'm gonna play something. I'm gonna tell you, right? Me and Zip was on a live for about 20 minutes. We was going back and forth. We wasn't beefing. We was going back and forth with each other. But then, we turned up. But even that, nigga, is YouTube. Nigga, nobody ain't this shit is YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I always noticed that about Zip. Like he get real emotional. You know what I'm saying? And that could probably be just because a nigga been in jail for so long. You flawed, bro. You might not think you flawed. You might think you made 20 years look good. You didn't, bro. You emotional. You got hate in your blood. You know what I'm saying? You yeah, B. It's obvious too. It's like, and that's what this live stream right here, I wanted it to be. We can see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Take a step, relax, man. You got some motion and niggas know your slogan, and I'm proud of you, bro. Sell your merch, get your money, bro. You did 20 years in prison, bro. I just want to see you eat, nigga. I want to see you go to the highest level. Whatever it is you dream about, whatever it is that you want subconsciously, whatever blessings you asking for, I pray you get them times 10. I pray you get them times 10, homie. I would love to see that. But at the same time, you only human, man. You make mistakes. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta really step back and be able to take in constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? A nigga ain't hating on you because he criticizing you, or he correcting you, or you know what I'm saying? But you feel chastised when niggas say something. You know what I mean? And I think I'm gonna end with that. But that's all this live stream was about. It wasn't about going to war with Zip or disrespecting Zip or slandering Zip or even Mikey. You know what I'm saying? Salute to them dudes. I rock with Mikey. I ain't like what he did. I ain't like what Mikey did with getting me out the chat and blocking me and all that, or whatever he did. I think he timed me out. He did something. I couldn't get my point across. But other than that, I rock with Mikey. I rock with what Mikey represents. Mikey B represents, a dude that went to prison, came out, became a family man, and is making a way for himself. I mean, same thing with Zip. To a certain extent, I rock with Zip's story. He went to prison. He made a mistake. He did his time. He came home. He didn't fall into temptation and go back to prison. He didn't fall back into the streets and go back to prison. He didn't make no excuses and say, "Oh man, I was struggling, so I had to do this." And he went back to prison. He's still out. He been out however long he been out, and he making a way for himself. But that don't disregard the fact that you niggas, Mikey B was a bully before he went to prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you this, right? I would bet any amount of money that Fly Ty would not have went on that drill with Mikey B if he didn't feel like he was pressured into it. If he didn't feel like a nigga was gonna try to slander his name or disrespect him or say he was a bitch or say he was soft if a nigga ain't gonna throw his whole motherfucking life away. That's why I say Mikey B and them niggas was bullies before they came to YouTube, before they went to prison. Because I can guarantee, I will put any amount of money on it. I bet you if I could talk to Fly Ty and ask him, he would say, I ain't really want to go on that drill. You know what I'm saying? Mikey came to me, you know, Mikey had a problem. Mikey had guns. Mikey told me to come with him, and I felt like I ain't had no choice but to go. Bet money, that's what that man say. Bet money, if he thought that he could say no, or if he thought that he could get out that situation without Mikey B, you know what I'm saying, you know, telling the hood that he saw, for telling the gang that he saw, for whatever was gonna happen, he wouldn't have went on that drill. And that nigga will tell you he was peer pressure. Mikey pressured that nigga and made that nigga damn near throw his life away. He had to snitch on Mikey. He had to snitch. That nigga had to do some, that nigga had to cooperate to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? The nigga Fly Tie, he's a rat. If you ask the people from New York City, they say he a rat up there in New York. He out there in Atlanta. Fly Tie out there in Atlanta. Niggas out there in Atlanta getting money with him. He in the industry, he getting money with niggas just like Bemmy is. But in New York City, them niggas saying that he a rat. And when you listen to Mikey B tell the story about how that happened, you could tell, because Mikey B said he wasn't never supposed to even get Fly Tie. You know what I'm saying? Fly Tie ain't even like that for real. Fly Tie was a money getting nigga. He wasn't really no driller. He wasn't no shooter. He wasn't no killer. The nigga was so scared when they left out of the goddamn, look, hold up. The nigga, let's listen, and I might clip this up too. I might clip this up and make sure I get this out there. Hold on. The dude Fly Tie was so scared after the shootout that one of when the dude came out the store, right? He was in the store buying groceries for his family. He was a hardworking, tax-paying citizen, just getting groceries for his family and trying to make it home to feed his wife and feed his motherfucking kids. And Mikey B didn't empty the clip at the, first off, he didn't even empty the clip when they shot up the block or when they shot up the crowd of people that was over there. Fly Tie didn't even empty the clip. That nigga still had bullets in the clip that let you know he was scared. From a dude like me that been in those situations, you supposed to empty the whole clip, nigga. When you turn around to run, you only turn around to get out of there because the gun open up and let you know it ain't nothing in there. Because the chamber lock up and you could look down and see ain't no more bullets in there. All right, now it's time to get, you don't leave the shootout until the clip is empty. Only a street nigga could tell you that. I'm an ex-street nigga. Fly Tie was so scared, he left bullets in the clip. When he turned around to run, a nigga came out the store with groceries in his hand and Fly Tie shot him because he was so scared, because he was never supposed to be there. He got bullied into that. A nigga like Mikey B, gang leader and all that, bullied that man into, and pressured that man into throwing his life away. Now you niggas get on YouTube and y'all kind of try to apply that same bully tactic, and when it don't work, you know what I'm saying? Zippy. The nigga told Zippy, man, get your little punk ass up out of here, cuz I got shit to do. You keep fucking around with me, I'ma do something to you. Right? That's what the nigga told Zip, man. You keep fucking around with me, man, I'ma do something to you or your brother. Man, get your ass up out of your little dirty ass up out of here, man. That's what the homie told Zippy. Zip waited till homie turned around to shoot dice and he shot him in the back of the head. You see what I'm saying? And then he ran off. He didn't look that man in his face. He didn't go toe to toe with that man. He snuck up behind him, gun doing like this, shaking. He snuck up behind him and did this. Pow. Respectfully, I ain't trying to, nigga, accident murderers. That's what Nas called it. Accident murderers. So when you come to this YouTube and you try to apply the same pressure, man, that shit ain't gonna work if you ain't gonna apply it when you see Bimmy in the club. It ain't gonna work if you don't apply it when Blue Boy is at your cell. It don't work, bro. It don't work with me. It don't work with me. Respectfully, man. All right? So this ain't no beef. This ain't no, yeah, exactly. Coward shit. Coward shit. At least Mikey ran down on niggas and he just did what he did out in the open. I mean, it was dumb as hell. That's why your ass did 25 years in prison. But at least he ain't sneak up behind a nigga like this But nobody want to tell Zip that. Nobody want to ask Zip, how the fuck you get 5 years probation for a cold-blooded murder? I wouldn't care how, nigga, if you was 15 years old, they would have held you in jail in juvenile detention until you was 17. Then they would have charged you as an adult, nigga. That's what would have happened. When you snuck up and committed that murder, that's cold-blooded murder. Nigga, you shot that nigga in the back of the head, nigga. That's cold-blooded murder. Ain't no 5 years probation for that. That ain't how that works. You don't get 5 years probation. So niggas, again, you get in these YouTube streets, niggas get to talking, creating narratives, and people just let that shit fly. And the problem is, I'll say something about it. I'm the one that's gonna say, bro, you don't get 5 years for cold-blooded murder, B. That ain't how it works. You don't get 5 years for shooting somebody in the back of the head. I don't give a fuck how old you was. If you was a minor, they would have held you till you was not a minor. And then they would have charged you as an adult for that. They not letting you out. You not just getting out of jail for that. How you do 5 years probation for a cold-blooded murder, but you get 18 years for a fucking robbery? Come on, New York City, man. Y'all got to get it together, man. Y'all got to get this shit together, man. You got to, be. Listen, if you not going to get it together, that's cool, but keep me out of it. Keep me out of it, man. All right? Keep me out of it. Just keep me away from it, and then y'all could run that bullshit around people that's going to accept it. But don't involve me and then expect me to turn a blind eye. Nah, you can't play crazy and get out of murder, nigga. If that was the case, he would have been on medication. They would have been shooting his ass up with shots and giving his ass all type of pills and all of that. Nah, something happened behind, in them quiet rooms, niggas talk real loud. I ain't saying he was talking. I'm just saying behind closed doors, right? Behind closed doors, niggas get to doing what Gunna and Young Thug was doing. Niggas get to insinuating certain things, and they get to mentioning. I don't know what happened. What I'm telling you is, listen to me. I caught gun charges before. I know all about Kings County, New York City, nigga. I know all about that. It is no possible way that a 16 to 15-year-old little boy, cold-blooded murder, nigga. Not like nigga had a gun and made a mistake, but no, a nigga shot somebody in the back of the head and ran. And mad niggas saw him do it. You know what I'm saying? And niggas told on him and all that. Nigga, you get 5 years probation for a cold-blooded murder in New York City. Listen, man, respectfully, what was your lawyer name? You had a public defender. What was the name of your public defender, nigga? I want to talk to your lawyer. I want to talk to the person that represented you, nigga. Yeah, some ain't adding up. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. I don't care how you call it. I don't care how you line it up. And yeah, we ain't got no beef with Zippy, man. But you got some explaining to do when it come to that. So you got a body, cold-blooded murder. You got 5 years probation. When you went to jail, you saw a blue boy. You told him you didn't want no problems with it. You got friendly extorted. You got out of jail. You snitched on and told on Bimmy. You exposed Bimmy as a rat. You saw Bimmy in the club and you snuck out the back door. With all that being said, man, I mean, shit, it ain't no beef. I'm just the big homie. I'm your big cousin from down south. And I'm just sitting you down and saying, listen, Lil Darian, I don't know what you doing up there in New York City, man, but whatever you doing, keep it in New York City, man, because we don't believe that shit. Don't bring it down here, man. Respectfully, Lil Cuzzo, Lil Darian, Lil Cuzzo. Whatever you doing up there, keep it up there. We don't do that down here in the South. You call a nigga out and tell everybody he a rat, tell him he a confidential informant, then you need to be ready to be the exterminator. You don't get to call a nigga out and tell everybody he a rat and you don't do nothing about it. You in the same club with him, you supposed to did something about that. You don't just call him a rat and then sneak out the back door. That ain't what we do down here, big little bruh. Okay, you a hooligan, right? Little cousin, you told me you was a hooligan, right? Well, when Blue Boy put that knife on your cell, you were supposed to do something. You don't get to be a hooligan and then make executive decisions in the jail cell. You didn't want to be an exec, did you? You didn't want to be an executive. You wanted to be a hooligan. But all of a sudden, when it's convenient for you, you want to make executive decisions and all of that. That ain't how it work, little cuzzo. Respectfully, man, you making us look bad. You up there in New York City, you making us look bad, nigga. When Blue Boy came to your cell, you were supposed to be a hooligan, but your ass was scared. Yeah, yeah, you was scared, man. You know, Blue Boy scared you. You told Blue Boy, I don't want nothing to do with that. Get that knife off my cell. Matter of fact, I got this K2. We gonna bust this K2 down and I'm gonna give you some, but I don't wanna, I don't, nah, Blue Boy. Oh, Blue Boy, not today. I don't want no smoke with you. Hey, listen, anything I did to disrespect you, I apologize. Blue Boy start coming down to your cell. Yo, fat cat, he wants some weed down there. Yo, homie down there, I need some K2. You got that? Let me get that. You got a problem with that? I put that knife on your cell. Yeah. You want me to put that knife back on your goddamn cell, little Zippy? Okay, well, do what we get. Give me what I need. Get, what? Put that goddamn knife on your cell now. Yeah, nigga. Salute to the chat, man. We just having fun. Now listen, man. I promise you, for everybody that was waiting for the real content, we gonna get back into that. I gotta get a haircut. Tomorrow we will lock in to some real content. But I needed to say this. And I wanted to make sure it was nice and sturdy, right? Because I wanted to be able to clip some of these joints up, make some pre-recorded videos and all that. The whole YouTube Muslim, I'm gonna clip that up. You know what I'm saying? The whole Blue Boy joint, I'm gonna clip some of that up. I'm gonna put that together, and that'll be a couple of pre-recorded videos. Salute, yeah, we definitely gonna talk about what's going on with Trump and the Somalians out there. Talk about 50 and Pap. I was thinking about it. I think I might say something about that, but where it's at right now, I mean, I could have said something about it for clicks and views. I definitely was considering it because it's hot in the algorithm right now. So anything with Pap and 50 Cent in the algorithm is gonna get you some views. It's gonna run up some numbers. So I was thinking about it, but I don't know, cause I don't really like what 50 is doing, man. This shit is corny. You know what I mean? And again, another Queens nigga doing some corny shit. I don't know. I see how I feel about it, but Donald Trump, Somalia, Minnesota, we gonna definitely talk about that. That's coming up tomorrow. We gonna lock in on that. The shit with 50, I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Like he posted a situation with, Clarissa Shields and all that. And it's like, come on, 50, man. Like that shit is sucker shit. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, and then if I say something, niggas be like, you hate. I'm not hating, bro, but it's sucker shit. That's some whole shit what he did with that. Like, you posting a whole meme. Nigga, you got a whole situation you could be talking about with Mano and Fabulous. Your girl got hot showered. You got a whole motherfucking situation you could talk about, and you decide to talk about Pap and Clarissa Shields' situation. Nigga, this nigga, that's some, to me, it's some whole shit. Like, I just think it's like, to get this shit is a circus, man. It's disgusting, bro. Not from what I know, man. Nah, he ain't said nothing to Fabulous. He don't want no smoke with Fabulous, man. Yeah. Peace, salute. Tapping in. And why? Salute to the homie, all A lot going on, a lot going on TV. Salute to my dog, man. Salute to my dog. A lot going on TV, man. Um, yeah. In New York, in NY to VA, it's definitely a connection. I got a lot of love for New York City. Yeah, I don't think he said nothing to Fab. That nigga don't want no smoke with Fab for real. He don't want to get that shit started. That nigga better get it. You heard what Pap said. If you need a ghostwriter, holla at me, champ. Cause yeah, you definitely, that nigga 50 definitely gonna need a ghostwriter to get at Fab. I don't even think he need to, I don't even think he gonna rap towards Fab in no beef or no battle situation. I don't believe he got it in him. And that's whole shit. If 50 hit Emily B up and get her to say something about Fab, or that's some whole shit. I don't respect that. I probably listen, man. I gotta see proof of that. I can't just say I don't know. I ain't never heard about that. If he knocked her teeth out, I ain't heard nothing about that. Yeah, lyrically. Not lyrically, he ain't got nothing for Fab for sure. Lloyd Banks wrote 50's hits. I don't think so. 50 wrote the whole I'm on fire shit. I'm on fire. Up in here. It's burning hot. We on fire. Baby, tell you it all. If you get too hot. Up in this spot. We on fire. Raise the roof in this motherfucker. Set the roof on fire. Fire. What you say? That nigga 50 wrote that. That's one. I think that's Lloyd Banks' biggest hit. One of them. So no, I doubt it was the other way around. You can't take nothing from 50 Cent history, his discography. You can't disrespect that. That nigga pen is crazy. That nigga 50 had a crazy pen. I don't think he got a crazy pen now though, but I doubt Lloyd Banks wrote none of that. Man, that nigga 50 is a beast, boy. You gonna respect that. I see, that's what I'm saying. I can't, I'm just too real for YouTube. Even if I don't like some of the shit you doing, I can't disrespect what I know is the truth. That's where me and Zip bump heads at. It's like I rock with Zip, but dog, you didn't want that smoke with Blue Boy. You can't play that hooligan shit with me. Nigga, when you was in the club and you saw Bimmy, nigga, and you snuck out the back door, nigga, you can't play that hooligan shit. Don't talk to me about no goddamn you real and all that. Just be yourself. Be a YouTuber. Be a streamer, man. Make your money. Thousands of dollars. You ain't got to go to work. Do that. You know what I mean? But all that, like, loud talking and all that, man, miss me with that. So Uncle Murder starring podcast. So Uncle Murder starring podcast, can't stand his voice. I can't stand his voice. Okay. Yo, big salute to my subscribers, man. Big salute to everybody in the chat. Yo, Paul White, you noticed that, right? That motherfucking dog fur be coming up with all kind of wild shit to keep that dog fur come up with all type of goddamn situations to keep us distracted. You think I ain't gonna talk about that? Oh yeah, we gonna talk about that. Where the goddamn aliens at? They was talking, the aliens that look like black people and shit. Motherfucking look like African Americans. Where the goddamn aliens at? That's why I stopped talking about it. I got a couple of downloads about that shit, and them downloads went away. Soon after I did that live stream, I never got no more downloads about the 3-1 the 3-1 Atlas. Man, nigga be in my DM like, yo, talk about that joint. That was a fire live stream. And I tried to do it a couple of times, but the downloads ain't downloading when it come down to the 3-Eye Atlas. I can't force this shit. The downloads got to download for me to talk to y'all. I don't just get up here and talk. So I never got no more downloads about the 3-Eye Atlas. Yeah, the motherfucking crackers lied to us. I realized soon after that shit. You know what? Let me tell you something. I realized after they moved the date back about 2 or 3 times, they was lying to us. Yeah, goddamn spaceship coming to the world now. Now, listen to me. You talking about a goddamn spaceship coming to Earth. I'm talking goddamn 3 billion light years away. You think they could keep, you think they're gonna push it back a month? These motherfuckers don't even deal with time. These extraterrestrial people, they don't deal with time, man. Time is a man-made construct. They lied. Time don't exist. Time don't exist. But then they gonna tell us an alien spacecraft is approaching the Earth aggressively, and it should be here in November. And then next thing you know, they say, well, it's gonna be about 3 more weeks. So where in the fuck? So now all of a sudden they 3 weeks behind. You told us they was coming in November, and now they 3.5 weeks behind. We don't know what. Now we ain't heard nothing about it. These motherfuckers ain't said one word. I guess they turned around and said, "No, we ain't going down there." And you know what? We can smell the dog fur from all the way out here. It's some motherfucking dogs down there. Them humanoids got dog fur on them. Yeah, the motherfucker got the looking down here from the spacecraft. They say, man, them humanoids done got white and they got dog fur on them. They smell like animals. They turned that goddamn 3-eye atlas around and came back. Yeah, they went back where they came from. Hey man, let me tell you something. Don't nobody want to come down here with us, man. Don't nobody in the goddamn universe want to come over here in this motherfucking piece of shit what we living in. You don't talk to me about that 3-eye atlas. The motherfucker came through, they got close, and they said to themselves, look at this shit here. Look at these no. Hey, turn the spacecraft around. Put 3 million light years back on the speedometer. We're out of here. And them goddamn dog. Man, what the fuck going on down there? Did you see that dog fur? Why is they so hairy down? Oh no, we not. Did you see what they was eating down there? Yeah, we gonna get back up out. Motherfucker told us it's a 3-week delay. Oh, they're 3 weeks late. We told you it was black people on that goddamn ship. You know, niggers, they're always gonna be late. We told them to be here by November, and these niggers is talking about they can't be here until goddamn December. 30,000 goddamn light years away, and they can't be here on time. Told your ass it was African Americans on that goddamn ship. Didn't we tell you that? And if you know like I know, African Americans is gonna be late to their own goddamn funeral. Leave it up to a nigga to be late to his own goddamn funeral. And now all of a sudden the goddamn Atlas ship we ain't heard nothing about the damn Atlas. Oh, the 3-eye Atlas is the size of Manhattan. It's shaped like a White Owl cigar, maybe a Dutch Master. It looks like one of those cigars that those niggers roll them tweeds up in. You know, them weeds and them tweeds. They get to rolling up in them goddamn tobacco cigars. The damn spaceship is shaped like a White Owl cigar. Garcia Vega. It's a goddamn Garcia Vega in the sky. I'm saying, man, listen, man, a ship the size of Manhattan is where it's at, man. Ain't no hiding it, man. I think the motherfucker made a U-turn, man. I think the motherfucker got their Mercury and all that, man. Close over goddamn Saturn and all that. They got to looking down and using them telescopes and seeing what's going on. And they say, no, brother. Make a U-turn around Saturn, man. We getting the fuck up out of here, man. I said make a U-turn round Mercury and don't go a goddamn planet further. We getting back up out of here, man. Yeah. That's what we doing. I told your ass about 3 light years. I told your ass 25 million light years ago. When we get round Mercury, you make a U-turn round Mercury and we getting your ass up out. We ain't going down there with them. Nah, don't go over there. You see what's going on over there with our people? We want to save them. They done told us, they done told our people we coming down there in Garcia Vega blunts, and goddamn cigar shape. No. We'll come back in about 1,000,000 years and see what them niggas is up to. Yeah, give them 1,000 years, man. So don't ask me about no goddamn 3-eye atlas. The motherfucker told her, oh, the goddamn spacecraft is gonna be 3 weeks late. Yeah, I know. Time doesn't exist in space, but guess what? They're gonna be about 3.5 weeks late. All right. There's a picture of them right there. Look at the trajectory on that spacecraft. It's coming towards planet Earth aggressively. Yeah, about 3 weeks late. Oh, we haven't heard from them. We don't know where those niggas is at. They're flying their goddamn spacecraft. Yeah, that goddamn Garcia Vega. They're flying it all through the universe, and we don't know what. We'll give you. Yeah, we'll give you an update when we figure out when they coming. You know, them niggas ain't. I don't think them niggas ain't coming. I'm sorry to tell you that. I don't mind being the bearer of bad news. I'm sorry to tell you, them niggas on the 3-5 Atlas, them niggas ain't coming. They ain't coming to planet Earth. They made a U-turn. All right, so don't ask me about that, please. I get a lot of DMs and I get a lot of emails and I get a lot of comments about the 3-eye atlas and all that. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of it. I don't want to talk about it. They ain't coming down here. All right. Yeah, they ain't coming down here, man. All right. Big salute to the chat, man. Yeah, man. Listen, man, I'm your down south cousin, man. I love you to death, man. I just want to keep it real with you. And I just want you to understand I got a lot of love for you, man. But please, man, the next time somebody put a knife on your goddamn jail cell, use it, man. All right? The next time you get in the club with Bimmy don't get in the club with China Brim and get the motherfucking ducking and hiding, little Zippy. All right? Don't get in the club and then they tell you China Brim over there. China Brim, he in the VIP section. Don't goddamn get to grabbing for bottles and shit and sliding out the back door. Nigga, you said some shit, you need to stand on it. Yeah, I'ma hold your ass accountable. Nigga, I don't that gangster shit, nigga. You ain't no gangster. Nigga. Hey man, when you see Harlem Legend and China Brim and them niggas out and about New York City, do something about it. I bet you won't. I bet you come to you got a whole story like you did with Bimmy. Oh, I was out there in New York City and Brooklyn, New York, and I saw China Bremen, and my man said, yo, China and Harlem's over there shooting a podcast, and I hopped the first yellow cab I seen out there on the New York streets, and I got in the cab, and I got up out of there, because I ain't want to have to hurt China. I ain't want to have to put I ain't want to have to put Harlem Legend down like that. So me, when I seen them over there, right over there, I hopped the yellow cab and got up out of there. That's what Jag, yeah. And then niggas ain't gonna say nothing about it. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Niggas is just doing me. Nah, nigga. Don't hop no yellow cab after you said what you said about China, brother, nigga. Get it up. Get popping, nigga. Do something. Yeah, I rock with Harlem, man. Nigga talking crazy. And like I said, even if you don't like Harlem or China, you ain't gotta congratulate them. But don't hate, nigga. Just don't say nothing. Don't hate. See, that's what niggas supposed to told Zip last night. Yo, bro, you ain't gotta rock with Harlem. You ain't gotta rock with China, man. But you a hater, nigga. Everybody can see you a hater. Everybody sees it, bro. It's very obvious, bro. It's like, and it's disgusting, bro, because you got motion. You got your shit going. You got merch, you got music. You know what I'm saying? You got all your, you getting a YouTube check. You got your shit going. Ain't nobody hating on you. Nobody ain't hating on the fact that you getting some money. Nobody ain't hating on the fact that you made a way for yourself. We all congratulate that. Harlem legend, I done heard Harlem congratulated. I done heard Harlem congratulate you. I done heard China Brim congratulate you. I done heard Hassan Campbell even congratulate you. Nobody don't want to see you broke, nigga. Nobody don't want to see you down and out. Nobody don't want to see you homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas ain't gotta fuck with you, but I done seen all them niggas say, yo, salute to that nigga Zip, man. Keep going. Let him do his thing. Why you can't do the same? Like, yo, I don't really fuck with them niggas, man, but salute to them niggas in a situation. I hope they, you know what I'm saying? I hope they get whatever they asking for. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me, and I don't care. So I'm just doing me. Or just don't say nothing. I plead the fifth, man. I ain't really got nothing to say about that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they got going on over there, I don't fuck with them niggas. So whatever they got going on, it's got nothing to do with me. Next question. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I did that on purpose. I was really intentional about carving out my own lane and like just kind of doing my own thing in these YouTube streets and making sure I keep it organic. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like add no preservatives. I don't want to add no extra to the shit. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get deep, but then sometimes even this live stream right here was a deep live stream. When you really sit back and you listen to what I'm saying in this live stream, you will realize like, you know, it's very informative. You know what I'm saying? It's very knowledgeable. What I'm telling Zip in this live stream, bro, like it ain't no hate, nigga, but the shit you doing and the shit you've done in these YouTube streets, bro, I'm gonna close with this. Big salute to the chat. And I'm gonna do a whole live stream on this, actually. I'm gonna do a whole live stream on this particular topic, but it's an example of what, like, with Zip and shit, right? It's like the longer you in these YouTube streets, right, the more things start piling up. It starts piling up. You know what I'm saying? You say one thing, then you contradict yourself. You say something else, and it starts piling up over the years, over the months, right? And in due time, niggas could start pinpointing certain things, bro, and speaking on them. So like with Zip with the Drip is like the Blue Boy situation I'm talking about. The Bimmy situation when he snuck out the club I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know, just all these different, the Mav Hoffa situation, like all these different situations over time, they pile up. They become obvious and people can speak on them, right? It's the same thing with Hassan Campbell and what he going through right now. Hold on real quick. Big salute to Haas. I'm gonna close out with this, and I'm probably gonna just give y'all a few minutes of this so that maybe I could clip this up and do a so I could clip this up and do a pre-recorded video on this joint. Hold on real quick. Haas, I think it was this one. Salute to Haas, right? She got 21,000 views. Right? It's this one. The nigga Haas is going through something where people are clipping up his old videos and posting them on TikTok. You feel what I'm saying? And Haas is like talking about like pressing charges, and you know, he just saying a lot of things that I'm peeping what he's doing. He's saying like, yo, I'm gonna press charges on you niggas. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And what I'm realizing and what I was saying, the same thing with Zip. Haas been on YouTube way longer than Zip. You see what I'm saying? And over the years, the things that Hassan been saying is piling up. It's piling up, bro. It's piling up. And just like with Zip, it's like you get to a point where you can start pinpointing certain situations that are fucking just nasty work. And now dudes is on TikTok. They tearing Hassan ass up, yo. Hey, salute. God bless. I'm about to get up out of here right behind you. But I wanna play this clip for you, right? I'm gonna play this clip and then I'm gonna double back and we gonna close out, right? Look at this. Whoop.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? And one thing I love, I'm gonna say it again about the youth. While all these hating, listen. See, I'm not scared to make a nigga famous. Yeah, I make you famous. This is what I gotta deal with. But you gotta have enemies. Some of y'all done seen this video. Hold up. Let's keep it 100. I want y'all to really, really, really pay attention to all the niggas that's around him. They about to have him try to clean that shit up. It's no excuse, my nigga. Y'all just coming up with some shit that he was touching kids playing house, my nigga. You sound like a child predator, nigga. So you was a kid touching on kids, my nigga, inappropriately, my nigga. So you just been like that your whole life? Make it make sense. First you said you was touching on kids because you got touched when you was little. Now you said you was doing it because you was playing house? Think of all the bullshit excuses you could keep coming up with. Cause that shit is some bullshit. That's all you could come up with? Let's keep it 100. That's all you could come up with? All these niggas around you, that's all they came up with? You gotta pay attention to these niggas, bro. Niggas trying to play damage control. All the niggas that's next to him, they got platforms. All the niggas next to him got fans. All the niggas next to him that's promoting him, they looking bad too. Nobody's special. All you niggas standing next to a sucker, condoning sucker shit, make you a sucker too. I don't give a fuck who niggas think they is. Do you need a loan for your business? Well.
See what I'm saying? Yo, listen to me, son. Whoa, listen to us. Look.
This nigga thought he said a whole lot. I'm not here to justify or clear anything up for you. But I am here to tell you that when you come with these allegations that you come with, as soon as I get your name, in 2026, I'm gonna have a Phil's Day. Because your jealousy is not going to paint a picture of me, of being a child predator. So what you dudes is gonna have to do. You have to produce a witness. You have to produce a victim.
I want to stop Haas right there. The shit you done said over these years, and I'm gonna get up out of here, but I'm gonna do a whole live stream on this. Nigga, bro, if they present or come up with a victim or somebody that say that was them, you gonna have a real problem, bro. Same thing with Charleston White. If they ever come up with some white women that said that Charleston White did what he said he did to him, that nigga gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you get on this YouTube and you say so much over time, bro, like niggas don't really need no witness. I feel like a lot of the shit Hassan said over the years, I rock with Haas, but I just feel like a lot of that shit you just didn't need to say, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, the first time I thought that about Haas is when he described the whole Thyan situation. Listen, bro, that's why I'm gonna do a whole live stream on this. But my nigga, Africa Bambaataa touched you or did something wrong to you, that's all we need to know. Africa Bambaataa sexually assaulted me. That's all we need to know. It was nasty what he did. It was disgusting. But when you tell us the whole intricate details of what happened, that shit didn't need to be. You should have never did that, bro. You should have never told niggas that Bambaataa thigh'd you. You should have never did that. And it's the same thing when you was on Mad Hoffa and you told niggas that you used to touch kids when you was a kid. Listen, listen. If you used to play house, that's just all you should have said, nigga. When I was a kid, we used to play house. But when you say you used to touch kids when you was a kid because people was touching you, nigga, you are bugging. You should have never. Oh my God, bro. Like, for views and likes, For recognition, for I don't nigga, for whatever your reasons was, nigga, you crossed the line a lot of times. That's one of the times you crossed the line. Nobody is making and painting the image of you that you didn't paint for yourself. Let me tell you something. Let me be honest with you, right? Just because you was a kid, nigga, don't validate you touching kids. Just because you was a kid does not justify you sexually touching other kids, nigga. You should, I don't know what the fuck. Bro, it's like the same thing when Zip said his grandmama was stuffing, boofing bags of drugs in a pussy to bring into the motherfucking jails. Like, nigga, you don't tell nobody that. If it happened, cool. You don't tell the world that. You don't get on YouTube and tell. So Hassan got on YouTube and told niggas when he was a child, he was sexually touching other children. Nigga, what the fuck? Nobody's paying you, bro. That's it. That's all that. Nigga, you said that. Yo, we'll play one more clip, man. We get up out of here. We gonna do a whole live on this, man. Yo, Haas, man, you a wild nigga, man. I don't know what the fuck. And see, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna go ahead. Talk to the people, Haas. Go ahead.
Never in my life have I been accused of touching anybody's kid. Never. But in life, you get a nigga that's been in jail half his life, and if he has kids, I'm gonna say allegedly, nigga, you left your kids out here in the streets. You wasn't thinking about kids when you spent half your life in jail talking about what you was doing in jail. Now you out here, you ain't never fought a real battle for the people, but you gonna create a fight for you because you want notoriety. This is what you, and this is what I have to deal with. Are you not entertained? It is what it is. On every level, it's gonna be a new devil. Somebody that wanna put out your light. The light that God gave you. It's always gonna be somebody that wants to turn your light off and put you in the darkness. Because
Bro, I don't think that's the I don't really think that's the angle, bro. I just think that a lot of these people, right? A lot of these people, bro, on TikTok ain't really fully, they ain't really fully up on what's going on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that, and you know, it's like you. I think like Instagram is starting to come along with a lot of Instagram people is tapping in to YouTube, but it's so much content on TikTok. Them TikTokers ain't really tapped in to these long ass live streams, right? A lot of people don't know that you were saying this shit. So they getting their hands on this content and it's surprising them, bro. They can't really believe it, bro. And I ain't gonna lie to you, Hodge, like some of the shit you done did and said on these YouTube streets, nigga, I don't know how you even made it through that shit. I don't know how, bro, respectfully, bro. Respectfully. The shit you said about that girl, that nigga's daughter, dropping heavy D and all that, nigga, that shit was fucking crazy. You think, nigga, that's like some Charleston White shit. That shit was just as bad as what I heard Charleston White say about Mav Hoffa daughters, B. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna see how this works. I guarantee you we gonna see the effect of this. Cause Haas is on a podcast with Harlem in China, and Haas is possibly gonna get thrown onto some like DJ Vlad shit that's gonna put him in a whole nother platform where a whole bunch of like white people and different people that don't know who Haas is, but they know who DJ Vlad is, they're going to be introduced to Hassan Campbell. And it's gonna be a lot of this kind of content that they're gonna be abreast on. And I don't know how that shit gonna work for you, Haas, respectfully, nigga. That shit could get bad. That shit could turn into something. Like the things you said you did, yeah, like, yeah. The things you done did, like, it could possibly get The shit could get ugly, bro. Let me show you one more clip before we get up out of here.
That's on social media trying to destroy my reputation. The youth, they understand my pain.
Bronx, listen up. Bronx River, listen up. You see Africa Bambaataa? He trained this one right here, Hassan Campbell, to be the person he is today. When you was asked in the video, you asked me to watch the whole video, and I watched it. You paused on, do you still touch kids? You couldn't really answer that. You got fumbled up about it, right? And you said, dust your shoes off when you come in the room? Well, I'm in the room, and my shoes ain't dusted off. You want to know why you famous now? You made this page. You made the page now. All pedophilia is going down. I told you 2026 is foot on neck. All you type of dudes like this is on blast. And you know the slogan, he gotta go. He gotta get up out of here. Pack him up.
You big belly, bacon back, turkey neck, diabetic, biscuit eating. Produce, we not gonna play these games. You niggas is looking for fame off of my name. We not gonna play these games. Produce a victim. Produce a victim. You got grown men running around, putting out allegations, calling me a pedophile without one accuser.
See what I'm saying? You see how nasty this shit getting? Bro, this shit turning nasty real fast, man. We gonna stay in tune with that. I'm just saying, Haas, you said you said that, bro. Like you bugged out. I would have called your phone and be like, nigga, nah, man. You need to have somebody with like me with you when you do these interviews. I would have stopped. I would have interjected. Yo, hold up. You don't nigga, start your math. Watch out, yo. What you mean? Yo, hold on. So we recording. I don't care, nigga. Edit this shit out. Yeah, don't answer nothing, man. Don't say nothing. Yeah. They was saying he won't touch no kids when he was a kid, man. That nigga ain't never, bro. You can't. I don't give a fuck if you was a kid touching kids. You might not go to jail, nigga, but that ain't no excuse. You can't use it, man. You bugged out, nigga. You shouldn't have never said that. Salute to the chat, man. Yeah, you tripping, man. We approaching 55,000 subscribers, man. Big salute. Man, hit the subscribe button if you in here, man. Hit the subscribe button if you in here. Stop playing with my mom. Stop playing with my chat. Nigga ain't hitting it, man. Man, like 15,000. We good with that. I've been up here too long anyway. Salute. All right, man. Y'all already know what time it is. I can't watch this. We subscribe. We can't watch. Nah, you could watch unless you could watch. You just can't. You can't chat. You can't be in the chat unless you subscribe to the channel. So you got to subscribe to even be able to chat. You know what I'm saying? I need 1 or 2 more subscribers. There we go. All right. I appreciate you. All right. That shit probably gonna double back anyway, but we have 54,901 subscribers. We'll have 55,000 subscribers by the end of tomorrow. Big salute, Canada. Hey man, I'm in and out like a robbery, all right? Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know what I slogan, you know what I suggest. I suggest you tap in. Gang.